we'll do a quick recap of last session. You guys are on level 6, the Lost level. And you'd found an entryway to the Lost level via a tunnel that Umber Hulk had dug from the Willow Wood. You've made your way through these ancient dwarven halls, and you'd found that Duragar have entered this level, and you'd met the leader of Clan Ionai, Skella Ionai, and you're able to parley with her. You guys came to an agreement where she would allow you passage throughout this level unhindered in return for destroying this clay golem that had killed many of her men. And she even threw in this dagger, this magic dagger, to sweeten the deal. So she kept her word, and so did you guys. And there was also another condition for you guys to exit the Temple of Dumathoin, in which you did. And now you've just been making your way through these halls, and at a intersection, just up here, you'd found a slud, a grey slud, camouflaged as Hallister, and he attacked you guys immediately on sight. Using a shape changer, he assumed Hallister's form, and when he died, it became apparent as he sort of transformed into this large amphibian type creature, or amphibian looking creature. And we ended the session with you guys just coming up to this large room here. As you guys move forward here, I'll just remind everyone what spells or abilities are affecting them. And Sigurd's got Holy Weapon on him. It's got a bright light shining off of him. Pavel, you've got some fire still stored in a melee weapon from Absorb Elements. Dagger, you've got a Bardic Inspiration, and Roland, you're concentrating on the Holy Weapon spell. As you guys come forward into this room, there is a flash of a bright light, a flame explodes about 10 feet in front of Pavel and Sigurd. And accompanying the explosion of flame are these magical swirling lights and chicken feathers. And as the smoke clears, you see a eccentric looking figure glaring at you all. And he has a bit of a red glow in his eyes. Wild grey hair and Talister.
It's another one. Get it.
The real one?
Are you real? Attack. We don't know.
It's another salad.
He looks at you all, and he doesn't seem happy. What are you all doing? He says.
I look at Pavel. What are we doing?
I
don't know.
As he talks, you notice
He's your friend.
his robe has all of these eyes that seem to be stitched into the robe, but the pupils in the eyes are moving and watching everything around him as he stands there. Huh? Well?
I think we're talking to you, is what we're...
Aimlessly wondering at the moment, Hallister.
I thought I told you to find Jezariah. Where is she?
Oh, we don't know yet. Still looking.
Well, I guess I'll permit you to look some further. Quite frankly, I don't have the time for all of you. Not a single one of you look worthy of entering Dweemacore as it is.
Did you know there was a creature impersonating you?
Oh, yes. Oh, the slod. Oh, yes. I told it to kill anyone on sight. Did it kill you all?
Does it look like it?
I got resurrected. That's why I'm back here.
Yes.
We're
That's
a
why
little
I
chilled.
asked. Resurrection is possible. It may have killed you all and you may have resurrected yourselves.
Exactly.
I could do it. With a single word. Anyway, I'm done wasting my time with you. Find Jezariah! I'm not going to ask you again. This is the first and final time I'll ask you to find her. And I'm taking that one with me. And he points to Scamp. And just like that, they both vanish.
Is that normal?
That's kind of on par for what it is, yes.
Okay, does somebody want to brief me on who this guy is?
That's, only met him once. Hallister is all I know.
I get that.
Alistair,
Who is he?
I think he kind of built this dungeon we're in.
Hallister
he's the
Blacklock.
autonomous Mad Mage.
Yes, he is the proprietor, owner, and creator of the hellscape that we traversed right now. He also is probably very old, although he's not a lich, which is odd.
I don't even know what Jezreel is. Did
And
you guys get a
he's,
quest without me not being?
This is the first time that you guys have
Insane.
heard the name Jezariah or that Hallister has asked you guys to find this person. He's asked you other things, like to kill Drow and maybe a few other tasks, but it's the first time he's requested this of
I
you
think
guys.
we've heard him ask about Jezariah before, I think. But either way, it's
You know who
still,
would know? Scamp would know.
Yeah, it's still on, it would still be on par that he would believe it's the first time. But he's very much insane.
So what are the odds these statues are going to come to life when we walk in here?
He does want me to kill a lich on level 20.
Yeah, that sounds like a worthwhile quest.
One time, well,
Yeah,
Brew just looks at Nox and says, well, I don't know if we talk about it. And then he whispers to Sigurd. One time he made Nox
that's not cool.
yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I guess we'll
Crazy.
find out here in a second.
Up ahead here,
Well,
there is a chamber with a flat 30-foot high ceiling, and there seem to be 4 exits. They're each 10-foot wide and 10-foot tall, a perfectly hewn tunnel. And there is 2 to the south, 1 to the west, 1 to the east. And against the southern wall, there is a very tattered looking tapestry hanging from an iron rod in which it is mounted. The tapestry depicts a dwarven king and his retinue of guards. They're fighting a large burrowing creature that has a sleek grey, sort of smooth looking head and a massive maw that reminds you of a shark. It's a bullet. And against the north wall, there are 4 niches set into the wall there. And in each niche, there is a 10-foot tall, kingly looking dwarven statue. Each statue is identical. King has a stern visage as he wears a full-face steel helm, heavy armor, and crown on his head. And when you move into the room, Roland, when you get there, right where you are, 2 things happen. Firstly, you fall.
Well,
Oh no.
A
what
breakaway
happened.
section of the floor immediately collapses underneath you. And Dagger, you need to make a dexterity save.
Okay.
Alright, you go invisible, Dagger, and suddenly in these niches, in the niches with the statues vanish and reappear. Each one blocks an exit, with the stone melding around them, completely sealing off each tunnel. One of them teleports into your space, Dagger, and you'll need to jump out of the way, or it's going to absolutely crush you. And the stone around the statues seems to meld in through the surrounding walls, completely blocking off the passage. There's not even a slither of light that makes its way beyond the smooth stone barricade that now stands before you. And you're not alone down there, Roland. You've fallen down into a grave. It's a bit of a fall, and 20 feet. So you land prone, and you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage. And in this pit, you'll need to move, Brew, otherwise you'll fall down too.
Okay.
Actually, you can make a dexterity save to leap out of the way, Brew, otherwise you will fall. You manage to jump back out of the way as Roland falls into the floor, and Roland, you lose concentration on the holy weapon. And you are staring face to face with a bullet, but there are pockmarks in its flesh, and it has worms crawling around in those pockmarks, and it breaks. It has two ovoid, dead-looking eye sockets, and its flesh is withered, and it just sort of looks at you. It stinks like death. And I'm gonna roll initiative.
So undead.
It is an undead.
Is that better or
bullet,
worse?
and it's 20 feet down in this grave. Dagger, you're up first.
You said it's 20 feet down?
Yeah.
Okay. And crossbow then.
Crit.
Yes!
Nice.
Good start.
Take a shot at it. The invisibility shroud leaves you, and you just aim for its head. And you sink a crossbow bolt directly into the back of its head, and it just sort of moans. That is 46 points of damage. And it just sort of moans, the bolt sticking out of its head. Nox.
Okay. Could I hop this corner, or do I need to like go around Brew?
You can jump over. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll do there, and then I want to like slide. Oh, I can't be right. Yeah. So here's what I'm going to tell you what I want to do, and you can tell me if it would actually work this way. Because I want to use Thunderstep to get Roland out of there. If I just literally slide down on top of him, grab him, and Thunderstep out, do I have to worry about space requirements?
You can't end your turn in another creature's space. That's the rule. So if you're not ending your turn, then yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'll slide down and immediately cast Thunderstep.
You can't slide down because it's 20 feet. You're gonna fall.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
It's like 2 stories down.
I mean,
You
if
could
that
try
changes your mind, it's okay.
and, if you try
Well,
to
if I-
like scale the wall, you would need to make an athletics or an acrobatics check, and it would cost 40 feet of movement to get down there.
Roland can get out.
Yes. Well, Nox doesn't always remember things. No, I'll just go ahead and like tumble down on top of him.
All right, I'll give you an acrobatics check to not land prone.
Come on. Load. Ooh.
All right.
Not hot.
You 5, 10, 15, 20. All right, use 20 feet of movement if you're jumping there, Nox, and you jump down. You take 4 bludgeoning damage and you land prone.
All right, I just reach a hand out, put it on Roland's shoulder, and just say, "Come with me if you want to live."
Do I have a choice?
And I will I'm gonna cast Thunderstep
Alrighty.
to get us out.
There's a big swathe of mud and ancient dust and dirt just explode outwards, and you guys hear a loud bang, and it's audible for several hundred feet, and it could have sort of is contained within this room though, because it's pretty much airtight at this stage of the statues blocking it, and it just resonates and causes everyone's ears to ring, and it just like breaks away, like chunks of rotten flesh just splatter away from it, and the bullet just lets out another undead roar, a moan. And you just disappear, reappear up there. The bullet follows, and it just leaps straight onto the two of you, jumps up, crashes down on both of you. Each of you make either a strength or dexterity save, your choice.
Oh, that's gonna be a dex.
All right, when it lands, Roland, you are pushed 5 feet out of its space,
Oh, come on.
and
Can I choose the?
yes, in an unoccupied space of your choice. And Nox, you're squashed. And I didn't put the other damage thing on correctly. Gotta Alright, so when it lands on you, Nox, you're hit for 18 bludgeoning damage. I'm just gonna roll this again for the slashing damage. And 17 slashing damage, 35 points of damage. And it knocks you to the ground, lands on your claws first, and then just screeches, and ends its turn on top of you.
Whoa. What size is this thing?
Large.
It's large. It's 4 squares.
Alright.
4 squares is large, 3x3 is huge, and 4x4 or higher is gargantuan.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
There's no colossal in 5th edition.
Nope.
Sad.
Is it possible to skirt the edge of this thing right here? Like,
Yep.
yeah.
You can leap over the corner easily enough.
Pardon me. So I think that was 25 total, and I'm just gonna swing at it with a adamantine hand axe, and I'll swing reckless.
That hits. You hack through its flesh and it just squelches and this black blood starts to pour out. It smells abhorrent.
And for my second attack, I'd like to try to shove it like back, like off of.
Shoving is not backwards. Oh, you can shove it away from you like that way. You can't shove like
Yeah,
backwards.
yeah, like shove it away from me.
Yeah.
Like off of Nox.
Alright, you push it off Nox.
I'll step in there.
And your hand is just covered with this rotten flesh. It's sort of soft and squishy, and you just sort of push your hand straight through its flesh. Dig it.
Yeah, well, I reckon I'll just take a couple. I can swing at it from there, right? Because I'm corner to corner with it.
Yep, you're within 5 feet.
Do I have advantage?
No. Nothing gives you advantage. That hits. Alright, you take a good sweeping swing with your flaming sword. No radiant damage, but the flesh does sort of crackle as you sear through it.
And I will take my second swing then.
You swing again, and its deceptively soft hide still managed to block the attack. It's got some sort of plates that's still quite hard left on the creature to miss.
Okay.
And any
I'm sorry.
movement?
Nope. I'm just gonna hit enter in here. You put that radiant damage macro in there. Do you want to take that out, or just would not worry about it?
You unselect it if you don't have
I'm
the
looking
holy
for
weapon. It's like down below your attacks. There's like a checkbox.
Like second damage. There's fire. I see.
It's there. I'll do it for you. Roll in. Build holy weapon.
Oh, you may have said it before, but just to double check here, how tall is the ceiling in this room?
30 feet, and it's a flat ceiling.
Okay. That's plenty of room to where I should be able to put a fireball high enough to where it can just hit this thing, since it's larger than us.
Okay.
So I will do that.
You point your wand up in the air, and nothing is flammable in the way of the fireball. All the walls are made of stone, and they just get scorched. The bullet doesn't even make an attempt to dodge it. It's very much like a zombie, very mindless, and it just gets burnt and crackles and sizzles, and it's starting to slow down quite a lot. It's almost dead.
Or undead.
I'm not going to move. I'm gonna think that my compatriots can take care of it before it comes back up around.
Powerful.
Hold up. No. I'm just. All right. One flintlock's already out. The other one's gonna be taken out with interactive object. Gonna aim down at the bullet and let loose the dogs of war. There you go.
All right, just black smoke comes out of the pistol with that first shot.
I throw that one to the ground and fire with the other one I have in my hand.
And that ricochets off of its shell-like hide.
Bonus action fire.
That hits it. You shoot it straight in its eye, straight into its brain, and it just rolls straight over onto the ground dead.
Shoot it in the head!
Immediately,
Roland gives you a thumbs up.
when the bullet is dead,
Thank you.
the statues, they vanish. All four of them vanish, and exits are now clear once more.
Oh, so they don't
They
reappear on their pedestals?
You look over, and they have returned back to
Okay.
the niches in the northern wall.
That would have been pretty interesting. They just disappear, and it's like, oh no, where'd they go?
I'll look.
Right.
Take a look. I'll peer down into the empty grave. Is there anything in there?
You just see dirt and dust.
And
Nice.
what are these tapestries again?
It's a torn tapestry depicting a kingly-looking dwarf, and they have a striking resemblance to the four identical statues set into the niches to the north.
Huh.
Is it magical? Should I harvest it?
I don't think I would have bought the pebble. Most of it is rotting and, well, wouldn't smell very good.
They look very, very ancient, very brittle, and they're slightly torn, faded.
Do we want to go about this methodically and take this first one to the south, then move up to the next one to the south, and take the one going to the east?
I'm okay with that. I think that is a wise choice.
As you guys take a bit of a closer look at this tapestry here, of course the king is fighting this bullet, and they seem to be fighting it in this gem-encrusted cavern. And yeah, that's it.
Somebody smart, take note of that in case we run into a place that looks like that.
Technically smart, but I mean, I've only been gifted this intelligence by this thing on my head.
Brew thinks with Scamp real hard. Scamp.
I think
Kingly dwarf tapestry.
Dagger's
in,
probably pretty observant.
Fighting
I'm attempting to take decent notes for sake of everybody.
Does anybody know anything about this tapestry? Anybody know
No.
anything about dwarven?
Whoever the dwarf is, he seems to be someone important, like a king, because he's got a crown on.
Can I ask Turalai who this dwarf is?
I'm not sure. I don't really care too much for dwarvish matters.
Okay.
Alright.
Are we ready to continue?
Dagger, you want to take the lead, or do you want me to lead
I
on?
can take the lead. Go back invisible.
I'll follow her behind her like 30 feet.
Alright, Dagger vanishes. Up ahead, the tunnel seems to turn off east and then reconnect into this grave room.
So it's just a little U shape.
Ooh.
As you turn the corner, you see a very ominous looking figure. It's a black cloak, brandishing a curved dagger. It's facing away from you, and it just moves away from you, floating a foot above the ground. Like there's an invisible person in it. There are no feet touching the ground.
And I am trying to be silent.
Okay, you can make a stealth check.
And I have advantage.
You're not making any sound. Completely invisible. The eye into the ear. There is a intersection with tunnels branching off to the south, heading southwest and southeast. The tunnel continues.
Hey, I see something around the corner there.
As you spot the black cloak, it just hovers away, further away from you.
Well, I don't say we chase it. We follow Dagger. We don't want to leave her
Yeah.
stranded.
I send Dagger a message and just say, Brew has found the black cloak hovering. Did you see this?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you could send a message like that, can you?
I have message.
Doesn't that require sight?
I don't.
I don't
it can
think
go
so.
around- You can go around
think
corners
it's
and
as long as I
stuff,
know
so I
who it
don't
is.
think so.
Okay, you just point a finger at... What is it? You point a... Oh,
Just
just within
general
range.
direction.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a good way to communicate. It is blocked by a foot of stone.
I can
So
see her there.
I go
I'd say
through the
her.
walls.
Yes,
But it does go
he's
around
he's just floating around. I figured I let the little cloak float.
We all float down here.
Oh yes, it can go
Exactly.
through corners. All right. And there doesn't seem to be anything here that seems.
You're
like
not
a
leaving
threat.
30 feet.
A tunnel.
Back.
Bruce's getting excited. He's starting to rage early.
There's quite a lot of ruckus up ahead here, Dagger. And you can hear like it sounds like stone being pummeled.
Okay, I give my little whistle for them to come to me.
Try to be stealthy.
Alright, you can make a stealth check if you're trying to be stealthy.
Might as well.
Alright, the crunching sound sort of stops. And then it's just a bit of scraping. And then...
You want to hold the hall, bro, me and you, and we'll let Dagger, Pavel, and Roland and Knox take range stuff on stuff.
Sure.
Up ahead, there's quite a lot of wreckage. As you round the corner, you see a stone door that's been absolutely pulverized. It's nothing but rubble laying on the ground. And there's more wreckage in the middle of the chamber. A smashed table, smashed benches, all made of stone and being cleaved.
If there's something in there, let's try to get it to come to us.
Okay.
So let's try to make some noise to attract something. I'll like bang my armor on the wall or something. Try to make some loud noises.
And I'll stick my head out. I'll stick my head out. stick my face out.
Alright, there are no creatures in sight. Just destruction and rubble, and nothing comes out when you guys make some noise. You see another couple of smashed stone doors against the western wall here. And the gate stone, it starts to glow. And it starts to feel a little bit warm and hot and cold. Hotter as you come to the south here.
Is that a door? Or is that the gate stone?
That is an arch. There is a stone arch embedded in the south wall, and it actually starts to feel a bit more of just an ambient temperature as you get closer, Roland. Number 10 is glowing on it.
That's 10.
All right, all of a sudden, out of this wall here, just two Umber Hulks just burst through the wall.
Shit.
They just tear through the solid stone.
I knew that was coming.
And come straight out at you guys. You cannot be surprised by them though, because you heard them already.
Pavel is AFK at the moment, but I guess his token would be up here with us.
Alright, when he comes back, I don't want to like use someone's character in their absence, so when he comes back, he can join in. Alright.
Theater of mind.
Oh, you're back?
Comes.
Are you back, Pavel?
I'm not back, but I'm a little busy. Actually, no, never mind. I can't do anything right now. I'm kind of busy handling.
Okay.
I'm listening though.
All right, these Umber Hulks just they just burst through the wall, quite a abrupt fashion, just poof, ripping through the stone, roaring. And as you come close to these things, you notice that their eyes are sort of swirly, and they have an armored chitin and sort of fur coming off of their arms, massive mandibles, and two little beady dots on the top of their head that sort of look like little eyes as well. And Roland, at the start of your turn, you feel a little bit of a strange sensation, like a feeling of vertigo, and its eyes seem to be sort of hypnotizing you. You can choose to avert your gaze and not look at the Umber Hulk, and then you'll effectively be blinded to them, or you can just stare it down. Your choice.
Let me look at a spell real quick.
The very first time I played D&D in 1982, I was killed by Umber Hulks.
Yeah, so I'm going to avert my gaze.
Okay.
When I feel this like enchanting glare, I guess. And I'll play a quick ditty on the guitar, and I'm gonna cast Hypnotic Pattern.
Alrighty. You throw up a hypnotic pattern, and the Umber Hulks sort of look up at it. And is that from your instrument? So it's disadvantage.
Yes, yeah, I'm using my instrument as the material component.
Okay, so both of them look up and make wisdom saves at disadvantage. And
good thing.
What's your DC?
17.
Okay. They are both incapacitated. And they both have a movement speed of 0. As they are charmed.
And then for my movement, I'm just gonna kind of just move over here. And that's my turn.
Dagger. You don't get that same feeling, that same sensation of the compulsion of its eyes. You do not need to avert your gaze.
Okay. Then I will come up there.
That is a hit. Alright, you can roll initiative when you're ready, Pavel. Put you up next to Roland here. Alright, you just pierce straight through one of the sort of gaps in its armored shell, and this green blood just splurts out, and instantly it snaps out of the charm. And Dagger, you need to make a charisma saving throw, because immediately it captures you with its glare. And you just resist it. Resist the effect.
And disengage. And
Brew, do you choose to avert your gaze or stare at it?
Most definitely, I avert.
Okay, so you can't look at it. If you do, you'll be compelled, and if you don't, you cannot see it. So any attacks against it would have disadvantage.
Okay. Just trying to move there. I will swing recklessly at it with last word.
That hits.
Nope. Oh, the 10? No, because I'd have disadvantage. I would just it'd be regular.
Yes, a 10 does miss. You sort of got your head down and you just swing that shield and you just feel it clank off of something.
I'll use my other action to attempt to grapple this one right beside me.
And you, despite its incredible strength, you still grab onto an arm and it's grappled.
Okay. So I'd like to drag it away from its fellow. Is it possible to push it?
You move and it follows you, whichever way you move.
Yeah. I'm gonna. Would this be difficult terrain behind me?
Yes.
I mean, and would that add on top of the difficult terrain from dragging it?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Then I'm gonna push it. Push it 15 feet into the room here.
You push it through a heap of rubble that it just created from it just bursting through the wall, and you just see a room that looks like some sort of kitchen or something.
Yeah.
Crashed.
I'm not looking. I just kind of do my best rugby scrum. Just kind of get a hold of it and push.
Powerful.
So I'm not under the effects of the Umber Hulk, right?
No. Do not feel
Man.
compelled to look at it.
Alright, well... I mean, either way, can't shoot it with advantage. I mean, without an advantage, just shoot it regularly and shoot it with disadvantage, so... I'm gonna take out Musketoon and just aim at the one Bruce holding at disadvantage and just try my best to hit him. Ooh.
That is a miss.
Try it again.
All black smoke just comes out of the musketoon. You fire again, and the bullet ricochets off of its hard shell. Miss.
Okay. Instantly killing Brew.
Bounce off his soft shell.
And then, without gazing at it, I'll look at the ground on my turn.
Okay. Alright, this Umber Hulk roars. And it just clamps its mandibles onto you, Brew. And you just are hit for 18 slashing damage. You feel it just rip into your flesh. And as it sort of clamps onto you, its claws are doing some work as well. And attempts to rip both claws through. And it crits you for 14 slashing damage with one claw. And it hits you for 11 slashing damage with the other claw. It's quite powerful, this beast. Nox.
This one's still hypnotized, right?
It is.
Yep.
This one's still hypnotized. Alrighty, that is a crit. I think you might be muted there, Nox. Oof, good shot.
No, that's just a lot of noise.
Alright, you just hold up your gem, and this massive diamond of lightning just phases through the Umber Hulk, just breaking through its shell, sort of catching it on fire a bit and burning away at it, churning away at it, and it lets out a squeal and it's almost dead. This Umber Hulk just is sort of frozen, just its eyes are just swirling around in its head. Sigurd, do you choose to avert your gaze or stare it down?
This one?
Anyone? Well, yeah, just that one.
Well, I wouldn't have to avert my gaze if I went to attack this one, right?
No.
Right, but that one's hypnotized, so I will, I'll move up. I'll see how the monster works. I'll stare it down.
Okay. Make a charisma saving throw. Alright, as you approach it and look at it, Sigurd, its eyes start to swell, and you're just sort of left in a stupor, and you do nothing for the rest of your turn.
Okay.
It's too pretty to hit.
I'm hypnotized.
And you just get a little bit confused.
Yep. Out of character, I knew that was going to happen, but that's what I would have done in character.
Thank you. I didn't know what it did.
Alright, that'll end your turn. Roland.
Alright, do I need to make the save from this far back, or?
No, it seems to only have a certain range, and you're not in it.
Alright, well then I will go after it with a vicious mockery.
It completely ignores you.
Wow. Yeah, it does. I wish Vicious Mockery had a material component so that would go through, go through the guitar. But as a bonus action, I'll yell out to Brew. I believe in you, buddy. And give him a bardic inspiration.
Thanks, pal.
It's my turn.
Dagger. Do you avert your gaze? Stare it down. Dagger?
I'll avert my gaze. Sorry, thought I was...
Alright, you look down. Any attack you make at it will be at disadvantage. And you hit it. Right, you will not get sneak attack because you're at disadvantage, but you do stab into it and you feel the rapier cut deep into its soft inner flesh.
Okay, going to... Gauge.
As you pull the rapier out, you just see this green blood spatter on the ground, weeping from the Umberhulk's injuries. Brew.
Nice.
Avert?
Avert, yes.
Okay, you look down.
Avert. Attempt to shove it prone.
Alright, you just grab it and just drive its arm down to the ground, and the rest of it goes down with it.
And take a swing with my shield.
25 hits. Alright, you just, without looking, just start whacking it with that shield and blood splattering out, and you just feel the shell of it cracking, it's screeching, and antennae dancing against your arm.
And I'm just going to move around. Just going to make a little bit of room there.
Avil. Do you avert?
Avert.
Or look? Okay.
Avert. Gonna drop my musketoon, take out Churlai, two-hand the sword, and just without looking, just try and drive down the long sword into the Umberhulk.
That is a miss. You just cut through the floor.
Pull it back on, try it again.
And the blade just like, it's like a hot knife going through butter. Just it goes through the floor with ease, with no resistance. That hits. And you feel a squelch of flesh, but you can hear the Umberhulk still alive, screeching and squealing. Not quite dead.
Damn it. Pull it back, the sword back out, and my turn.
Alright, the Umberhulk begins thrashing around wildly, and it keeps on attacking you, Brew, with its mandibles. Even on the ground, it misses you as you hold up your shield to block it. It tries to claw at you, and again, and one claw catches you across the side for 10 slashing damage. And it just keeps flailing about on the ground, squirming and writhing. Nox.
Okay, I'm going to come next to Roland here. I have to come up a little bit higher. And then I'm going to firebolt the one that my comrades are attacking.
Alright, you have disadvantage, but even then, you still hit it. And you just put it out of its misery. It stops moving. Quartz smolders on the ground. Meanwhile, this Umberhulk looks a little bit distraught, and it's sort of just swaying side to side on the spot, clamping its mandibles together, and just looking on in horror. Lets out a mournful wail that sees your lumberhog die. Zigid.
Now, can we all gather around it and all kind of swing at the same time?
You can, but if a whole round goes by and no one attacks, I'm going to break initiative.
So I guess I'll just move up and take a hack at it then.
Yeah, you might as well go ahead and go after it.
So I might as well use my action surge. Oh, I used that earlier, didn't I? Yeah, so I'll just take my 2 attacks. Do I get advantage or anything because it's hypnotized or no?
No. All it is movement speed is reduced to 0 and it can't take actions or reactions. You swinging at Zigid and it's a miss. It's still moving around trying to dodge your attacks and it does.
Wow.
You sort of trip up on a bit of rubble as it screeches and hits its arm on the wall a little bit.
I'll move 5 feet to there to give other people room if they want to get in. Oh, sorry, and end my turn. I keep forgetting this is the only game that has an end turn button.
Roll in.
I think that I'm going to let me see. I'm going to hold a fireball with the wand.
Okay. The moment you do that, it breaks out of the charm.
Oh yeah, fuck, I always forget about that. Well, might as well just fireball it then.
Alright. Alright, so you just cast fireball instead.
Yes.
Alright, it just tries to sort of shield itself, but it's not very effective and it just gets scorched. Its flesh is like boiled within the shell and screeches and it's sort of hurt.
Alright, and that's my turn.
Dagger, you start to feel this compelling gaze. Will you avert? Stare it down.
I'll avert.
Okay. That's a hit. Without looking, you plunge the rapier into it. And feel the rapier sink into its flesh in between the plates of its armor and screeches a little bit more.
Disengaging.
Brew.
Avert and move up and attempt to grapple whatever's in front of me. Hopefully it's not Pavel.
Okay.
Oh no.
Alright, you grab onto an antennae this time.
And I'll try to like use that Aikido style to shove it prone.
Alright, you attempt to drive it down to the ground with the antennae, and you do.
Wow, okay then.
Pavel, avert or look?
Avert.
Okay. Right, you break away,
I'm gonna
turning your head as you feel like it's like forcing you to look and have to actively move your head away. You don't fall victim to this gaze.
Still having Churla in my hand. I'm gonna blindly thrust the longsword into the.
$11 is a miss.
One more time.
And that hits it. You pierce into the creature. You're not sure how hurt it is because you don't dare look at it, but feel like it's still got a bit of a fight left in it as it's thrashing about.
And
Nox.
All right. So once
You
more
avert
with
your
me.
gaze.
Ooh. I thought I kind of kept my same distance. Fuck.
Well, it's not incapacitated
Seems closer.
anymore. Didn't seem to
Good point.
be active when it was incapacitated.
All right. You know what? No, I'm not going to avert my gaze.
Give me a charisma save.
There you go.
It doesn't bother you, Nox.
And once more with feeling. Oh!
Slam.
It is a
It's
disadvantage. It's a miss.
Oh, right.
You firebolt the
Prone.
wall. Fire just spreads outward in a fiery disc as it splats against the wall. The Umber Hulk is very angry and it just roars and attempts to chomp you, Brew. And it clamps its mandibles onto you for 11 slashing damage. And then it tries to claw at you. It misses with a 17 and misses with a 14. And it keeps on just trying to cleave through you with these sharp instruments that it has. Take it.
I'll step up. I'll avert, and I guess I'll swing at disadvantages.
It'll be regular. You would have advantage and disadvantage.
Okay, I got it. So it's normal. Okay.
Yeah.
God, I'm horrible tonight.
That is a miss. And a 15 is also a miss.
Wow.
Pretty well defended, this creature.
The dice gods are against me tonight.
Saving all the good rolls for later. Sure.
yep.
Sometimes Tempest rides the Black Stallion.
Never go berserk when you're fighting a dragon.
And any movement?
No, I'll stay and see if I can suck up some of its attacks off of Brew. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to keep forgetting to hit a turn here. There we go.
Alright, Roland, you will need to do nothing because you don't feel its compelling gaze from where you are.
Okay. I'll throw Vicious Mockery on it, see.
And it fails this
There we
time. Screeching a little bit. Disadvantage on its next attack.
go. Will be my turn.
Dagger.
I'll avert.
That is a miss. It's to hit a very hard part of the Umber Hulk's shell. It's like as hard as steel.
I don't like you. Disengage.
It says back. Brr.
I'll avert and swing a couple times with a shield.
That's a hit. And your second attack misses as you start pummeling it. Avel.
I'm gonna keep trying to, resist its urge to want my face to look at its face and just swing wildly downwards at the thing.
That is a hit. And you feel Tirlai pierce into its flesh.
One more time.
And you draw the sword back and swing again, but this time you just hit her out of its
I did not mean to do that.
shell. It's a miss. 14 is a miss.
Oh, sorry about that.
You're sneaking up on a potion of healing.
hit
Wait,
the
isn't
wrong
it?
button.
Oh, I forgot.
Is that like?
That's
do
a.
you just like eat the potion of healing, Derek? Glass and all, just
Yes.
sneak attack yourself. All right, Nox, you're still within its gaze distance, so you'll need to avert or be a man. No pressure.
Don't taunt my boyfriend.
Do I need to make another roll?
If you
Charisma?
look at it, then yeah, you're gonna have to make a charisma save.
Nox.
Everyone's looking at you, Nox, and
You
you,
got this.
resist it. Doesn't bother you at all.
Let's see.
Bruce over here going WWF on it.
I will rush forward.
Yeah. Sorry about the prone.
And I'm gonna try and touch it with love. And miss.
Oh wow.
It's a complete mess. You trip over some of the rubble. Number 4.
It does have a face only a mother could love, so it's understandable you couldn't touch it with love.
And I'll retreat.
I think you moved like a bit too much there, Nox.
It's 20 feet. Yeah, that was only 20 feet.
Difficult terrain.
Oh, the table's difficult. The thing's difficult terrain.
Yes.
Okay. In my turn there.
Dun dun dun.
The Umber Hulk, it is just wildly attacking Brew. It doesn't seem to be concerned with anyone else at the moment because Brew is holding it down. And it's advantage, disadvantage, so they're regular attack still. And it tries to clamp you with the mandibles, Brew. Miss. And then it tries to claw you. And it hits you for 10 slashing damage. It tries to claw you again. And this time the claw scrapes against your shield and misses. Ticket.
Yep, we're gonna take 2 hacks at it, averting your gaze here.
Alright, they're regular attacks. And
There we go.
that is a crit.
Slam.
Alright, you stab Flame Tongue into it, and then you just sort of squeeze the hilt, and fire flares out from the Flame Tongue, and just the entire Umber Hulk combusts. When you pull the blade out, it's just a smoldering pile on the ground. Burning
Nice.
carcass.
Hey, Pavel. This is something you need to harvest something from.
Got it.
Maybe
I don't
maybe
know
the one
what.
that's not on fire though.
Well, the one that's on fire, maybe take, I don't know, some organs or something we can powder up.
Alright,
But,
Seb. Alright, Seb, because the main person to do this is gone and I have no advantage on this, just gonna take out my dagger and just try and butcher like a terrible butcher.
Alright, make a nature check.
Nature, okay. Oh, I actually am proficient in nature. I forgot about that.
Alright, Pavel, you take a look at it and you don't think like there's any properties of its gaze that are still going to be active now that it's dead, but its mandibles, they're like as hard as any steel. So you take off the mandibles. You get Umber Hulk mandibles.
Okay, that's cool. I see those
I-
turning into something awesome.
I had no idea I had nature. Oh, I guess that would make sense. I'm a farmer. What the? This is weird. I could have sworn I didn't click on that. It is! It is! I didn't forget I clicked on it. I didn't know.
How are you feeling over there, Brew?
Oh, you know. Not dead yet. Not
Drew's
dead
got all
yet.
these like deep like flaps of skin just
I-
sliced open all over him.
Stand still, Brew. Stand still.
I was gonna say, how many potions of healing I can give you? If
I'm
we-
gonna cast a second level cure wounds.
Oh, we have healing? Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Alright,
little
you
one, but it's
heal him
better
and
than nothing.
a couple of bruises and scratches go away.
I'll also turn and give Nox a second level as well. Looking a little better. A little better.
Can I take the other mandibles of the other Umber Hulk?
Sure. You can have 2 sets.
Sweet. I'll keep them on me.
Just,
I'm alright.
Just for reference, is there a picture or anything like that in the keystone of this one?
Yes. It's a 12-foot-high stone arch, and carved into the keystone, there is an image of a hand pouring ale from a flagon.
Okay.
And it actually gets quite a lot hotter, Roland, and the number 10 that was sort of glowing sort of fades away, and it's quite hot on your hand now, and you see still a very faint glow for number 10, but the number 12 is lit up, glowing quite brightly with this purplish light swirling around inside the Dethic rune.
I believe something has happened that just made that much more dangerous. Well,
as you move about the room, the number 10 glows further to the north of the room, and 2 numbers are glowing simultaneously.
Perhaps there is another gateway around.
And the number 12 starts to fade, and the number 10 starts to glow brighter as you move to the north.
Doing a quick look around this room, is there anything worth... does anything stand out?
Not really, Nox. It looks like a scullery. There's a stone preparation table that is cracked and covered with moss. There's a dishwashing station and a stone cabinet that's been smashed open, and scattered all over the floor there are pots and pans and utensils. It's all corroded and worthless, and there is a water pump in the northwest wall, and there's a big claw mark that just cleaved it straight into pieces. Umberholtz have already been here and trashed the place.
Is this just like a regular door?
Yep, a stone door set into the wall here.
Say regular for in here. Dagger, do you think you could check this door very quickly? I believe there's another gateway around here, and it might be behind.
No. Look for traps. Is it locked?
Make a perception check. Doesn't have any handles or locks. You just sort of push it open, and it just opens on stone hinges inwards.
Seems fine to me.
You don't detect anything untoward.
Well, you want me to go through first?
You do have a big sword, so...
I'll go ahead and push it open.
It slides open surprisingly
You can open the door
well
with the sword.
on its stone hinges.
I can open it with my foot, too.
And as I expected...
And yep, there is an arch gate embedded into the wall. It's a sort of a square-shaped chamber, and it's empty except for this arch. Now, this arch...
I'll get out of the smart people's way.
It has a bas-relief on the wall that is sitting flush with the arch, and the bas-relief is of a female dwarf. She's standing with her eyes closed, her arms raised above her head. She's wielding a warhammer, and as the bas-relief, the handle of the warhammer makes its way up the arch, the keystone block of the arch constitutes the head of the hammer. So it's like the keystone is the head of the hammer, and in the center of the head of the hammer there is a keyhole, quite a large, very blocky looking keyhole.
Does this large blocky keyhole look like it would fit our big blocky stone key?
Taking a look at it, Roland, it appears to be an exact fit. The dimensions are exactly the same. The key.
Aha.
Keyhole.
Well.
We found its twin.
Right. So, the Slither Swamp. I can't remember what level is that.
You look around and don't see Scamp.
Is it not the... Can I ever try and recall the map that we saw in green map?
Rizaril told you it's level 8.
Okay. Well, perhaps we should leave this one for later, but we do know where it leads now, though.
Right. The twin is in the swamp, not here. This is the
Exactly.
gate.
And it seems we have the key, and no one else, unless there are copies of this.
Yeah, this is a good thing, probably.
Just like I still have the unicorn from that other gateway. It's in my bags. But this one is glowing with the
Quite an ambient temperature, and number 10 glowing.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like the number and the temperature have something to do with how dangerous. How dangerous it is, maybe.
I agree.
Or it could be some other indicator of...
So are these gateways we can go through?
What's that, Zigid?
Are these gateways we can pass through?
Yes.
to some degree, yes.
If we have the correct item or
Do the correct thing
method.
or
correct
phrase.
thing to get to activate the gateway, then we can go through.
There is a caveat. Apparently, stepping through them sometimes draws the ire of the Mad Wizard himself and will cause you to... Who knows?
See,
It's,
that you do not
yeah.
need an intelligence check to recall, Nox. That Halister's runes.
They are quite useful though, for getting around. So if we ever find ourselves in the Slither Swamp and we want to make a quick escape, well, we'll know that one gateway leads right back to here.
So I
It
assume
sounds
we're gonna
like
head out this
the arch of
doorway
the
here.
Slither Swamp will need its own key, though.
It shouldn't. Each gateway that we've come across so far has used the same key for each gateway. As far as I know. Hopefully we don't need to find another key. This thing's heavy.
Other
It's like
than
10 pounds.
wreckage and rubble, there doesn't seem anything else that's of particular interest in this room. The Umberhawks have wreaked havoc and smashed everything to pieces.
Shall we head west?
I believe so.
Aye.
Dagger, you want to take the lead again, or you want to hang back?
I'll take the lead. Go invisible.
Alright, you come to a familiar area up ahead. And it's just one hallway down from where you're ambushed by the Sladister, as some people say.
And
Chop
Salad.
salad.
with that, Ziggut, your curiosity has been satisfied, yes?
For what?
Oh, this is the tunnel we neglected earlier that you were so keen to go down.
Oh yeah. I
Back
remember
when I was
this.
still using a different color to denote what.
I think there was also
Stagger.
2 of us doing it.
The arrows
Friend?
show the path we've gone on before.
So we haven't been up
X's
this
show
north?
things that are dead ends or places that we've been before as well. So we
Where
have
is
not
the
been
friend?
here or up the hallway that Dagger has run down.
Oh,
Alright, these halls look quite vacant and bare. There is no sign of life, no creatures, unoccupied. Right, there's a room up here, and you're opening that door, Pavel.
No, I'm just trying to find my friend Dagger. I don't know where she is.
I don't even know. Wait, where is she? I don't even know where she is. Where are you, Dagger?
she's invisible.
It's true. She's invisible. I can't even hear her. That make that.
I've totally been in the wrong hall.
Say something. Say something, Dagger.
I'm gonna move you back with everyone, Dagger, because you've gone way away from them.
Well, they were supposed to be following me. I don't know where
They
they're
were, but they
going.
don't. They've got no way to track you because you're invisible and you're too
Leave
well.
True.
I'm leaving little chalk marks.
Leave a breadcrumb trail.
I'm opening the door now. Now that everyone's here. I
Okay.
found my friend.
There is a couple of brown sort of flecks on this door, and you push it open, and there is a quite an empty, large room here. And in the middle of the room, there is a granite block. It's about 8 foot long, 3 feet wide, 2 foot tall, and it looks like a bench or something. And along the walls, there are niches in which you see urns, stone urns. In all of them, there is got to be at least 50 of them or more.
I want to throw a ball bearing into there.
What?
It rolls along the ground.
Ah, good idea.
Okay, seems good. I'm walking. Well, no, I promise I wouldn't get hurt again.
Mausoleum.
I'll go in.
Someone could make a
Be
history
careful.
check. Anyone can make a history check to try and identify what this chamber was used for.
Okay, I'll do as well. History.
Alright, roll.
Helmet of,
You're the only one that sort of recalls what this could be, and you believe that these jars are used for keeping organs in them. This is a mummification chamber. And you recall that the ancient dwarves would mummify some of their people. And yeah, there would have been like some funeral wrappings, embalming fluids, and these
Somebody have the ability to detect magic?
No.
Our detect magic person is not here today.
So
Okay,
I will.
each one of
let's
these
make it-
urns is sealed with wax, and Roland, you believe that there's probably still desiccated organs of dead dwarves in here.
Oh,
Each one of
That's-
these gourds.
lovely.
Canopic jar.
I'll relay that to the party. That there's probably still some organs sloshing around and embalming fluid in some of these jars.
You remember seeing this on National Geographic. I'm joking. Yeah.
Did you hear the one bard? His name was Sir Eden of Burrow.
Sir Steve Irwin.
Aha! Thank you.
Yeah.
Crikey.
Both of them.
Ow!
Both of them are inspirations of mine.
Yeah, you probably read it in a book somewhere, Roland. I heard some dwarves recalling it in a quiet tavern.
Aye, that looks like a stingray.
Don't go close to it.
I want to sit on the bench.
Are we going out over here?
There are black flecks all over the stone bench, and it's quite a solid piece of rock. Not very comfortable for sitting on.
The black flecks. Could I discern that it might be like
Blood.
ancient, like dried blood
You could
like
make a
maybe
medicine
this-
check.
'cause maybe
Alright,
this
get
is
off
where they
the
lay
bench.
the bodies down to.
Of course it is.
You don't. You can't tell if it's dried blood, but you think it probably is.
Yeah.
Gonna go north, Dagger?
I will also do medicine check.
Okay. You just looking at it, Pavel, and this looks like dirt to you. You think it's dirt. That's about as much inside as you glean. Alright, up ahead, Dagger, around this corner, there is just a 10-foot square, 20-foot deep pit standing open between some corridors. And there looks to be a lid of this pit with some stone hinges with some pieces of metal. And looks like the hinges have rusted shut, exposing this trap.
Can I cut the hinges?
You could make a athletics check to dislodge the trapdoor. It will just fall down to the pit.
I look to Brew, and I look to myself, and I think strong thoughts. Pavel thinks strong thoughts, and I will attempt to do what you said.
You just
And you pull hernia.
You got it.
you just
You can do
like
this.
hit it, Pavel, with like the pommel of Turlai, and Turlai just sort of says, "Do you mind?"
Sorry. I'll just walk away. Sad.
Why are you so eager to cause destruction?
It's blocking our way, and I think we should go through there.
It's not blocking the
It's
way.
a trap as well. Oh,
It's an open pit, 20 foot deep. 10 foot
I did.
wide.
Oh,
The hinges.
Is there any?
I thought there was.
The
Is there
visual's
anything-
a little weird. We thought it was
Is
a
it-
block.
Yeah.
Is there anything
pit.
down in the pit?
A 20 foot deep pit, and it's empty. Nothing in there, just dust.
We could jump across, do some rope.
Anyone with 11 strength or higher can clear it with a long jump.
Oh, cool.
If you don't have that much strength, then you're gonna have to get creative on a way to get over.
Can I throw somebody over?
I would rather not. I think that I might have a solution for this, though.
10 feet
and
is
I,
a bit too much to throw someone.
I will, with my guitar, I will play a very light tune, and I'll cast Fly on either Ziggurat or Brew.
I have no
Let's
problem
say-
getting across. I don't need fly.
It's so that
Well,
you can act as a
this is-
carrier.
I'll cast Fly on Brew.
Mm.
On
Ziggurat's
Brew,
stronger than me. Ziggurat can carry way more than me.
Well, you
You're-
can
you're
still
Goliath,
carry us
right?
across. It's fine.
Yeah, I got a 19 strength.
Yeah, and
Uh,
and double carry, I think, too, right?
Well, I've cast it on you, Brew. Carry us
Okay.
across, please.
Roll and
Sure.
cast Fly on Brew.
I'll be glad. And I'll give him a big bear hug and carry him across.
That's not. Okay.
Alright, you can
There you go, buddy.
just, transport people across
That's-
easily.
That's not a dagger in his pocket.
No,
I was
pal.
more worried about the slimy feel of his skin.
I'll just give you like a hand, like an arm bar. You know, when you do the wrist grab. Like, all right, grab hold.
This room feels too empty. I'm gonna search it, Seb.
Sure. Make a perception
For
check.
any secret doors.
So much for letting the rogue go ahead, huh?
And then for Dagger, Brew will just like
I
lie
think-
lie
I think
flat. so
Dagger
that
doesn't
she
even
can-
have the best perception anyway. I think Roland and Ziggurat have more chance of spotting traps than Dagger. And Pavel, take a look around,
Yeah.
and it's just an empty room. There's nothing but dust.
Suspicious.
I think maybe this is just a good rest stop. Maybe the people that carved this hall, they need somewhere to take a break as well.
Well, if I've got a
Break
good
room.
chance of spotting traps, I'll go ahead out in front then.
Yep. Spotting traps is a perception check,
Okay.
and you're using your passive perception constantly.
That's the 15, right?
Yeah.
What are you
Alright.
doing, Brew?
Heading over to the west, it just wraps back around to this room that's full of rusted armory.
Oh, so we
Weapons.
didn't even have to do that. Okay.
Can I search for secrets in this room up?
Yeah, we were in here before.
You can make a perception check, Brew. And you do not see any traps or secret doors. Looks like a good place to rest. Probably the dwarves that carved this place came here to rest. Take a break
Oh, that's right.
from working.
We've been through here.
Oh yeah. You guys want to do a short?
I haven't used anything, but sure.
No. Okay.
Everyone, okay.
You
Didn't you
Yeah.
use your action surge?
Oh, I did. You're right. But I don't think I get that unless we take a long.
It's a short rest.
You get that back on a short rest.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we can. Brew and I could regain some.
Doesn't matter. I mean,
Yeah.
it's still pretty good. But if there's a place for it, then it's always an option.
Yeah.
But we seem to be going around in circles. We need to discuss, or at least figure out where we're going to go next. So we might
Anybody
as well
good at mapping?
sit down and figure that out.
Is anybody keeping a running map as to where we're going and where we've been?
Well, there's a bunch of
No,
yes. There. Well,
I'm making marks on the map for like where we've been, like where we're going through, and places that we've already looked through and whatnot. So if we come across an area that has an X, or one of the arrows, then we've already been in that direction. I know there's a few more. Like if we go back around, there's a few more
yeah, if we
places.
go back down,
haven't-
there's a couple of areas that we haven't been to yet.
We got the dagger we were looking for. Are we still specifically looking for something else on this level? Or are we just bozacking around?
Well, you never know what you're going to find.
Well, finding the gates was definitely helpful. Like the
So do we
gates
wanna-
alone are a good discovery.
So are we going to go
I mean-
back to that spot and take a short rest, or what? What are we doing?
We can do it right here, right?
Yeah, I think this was a good spot to rest too.
This place has a bunch of rust and bones. Kind of feel weird being here.
Go sit on the crypt over there.
Well, let's put it to a vote then. Do we continue to aimlessly explore level 6, or do we press on?
We can
Well,
rest
we still don't
back
know the
at
way
that
down
one
to level
save.
7.
No, the Iron Eye chick told us how to get down to level 7, didn't she?
Yeah, she gave
South
you
and
directions. South and east, that's right.
Oh, as far south as you can go. And we decided to go west.
Alright, let's put it to a vote. If you guys want to continue exploring level 6, or any possible treasures or whatnot, or press on further deeper into Undermountain. Find new challenges.
Yeah, I'd like to explore a little more.
Alright, that's 3 for explore. Alright, it's decided. You guys will continue to explore. If you want to take a short rest here,
Yeah,
then
fine.
go for it. You guys can use hit die. And during this time, a Durigar does come through during the rest.
Remember Song of Rest there.
Yep, if you guys use a hit die, you can add on an extra 1d8 to your healing.
It's a D8 at the moment, yeah.
Hey, how's it going there, buddy?
Ugh.
Alright, this Durigar comes in and he's sort of grumbling and looking around, and he doesn't seem to understand what you say, Zigid.
I will approach him and in Dwarvish just be, can we help you, my friend?
Anyone seen a Hand of a King?
Is that the play, or are you being literal?
I'm meaning the hand of a king. You'll find one around anywhere.
Not as of yet, no. But we'll keep our eyes out.
Ha! Best
I don't speak
Durak
Dwarvish.
Rook.
Sorry.
He grumbles in Undercommon.
I forget that I
and-
don't speak.
What is he saying?
He's just saying, useless surface dwellers. And then he just continues to look around. Like he's trying to find something. He examines the walls here for a good 10 minutes as you guys are resting, and then he keeps on going through, thoroughly inspecting walls.
You know, did he look like a member of the party that we saw at the temple?
Probably. He's a Duragar, and they don't wear and they're not wearing a uniform. But yeah.
We could probably assume.
You know,
He comes back 5 minutes later, grumbling that it's a dead end up there, and then he keeps on heading down to
Oh,
the
I guess
south.
we could have told him that. Do we need to
As you guys
identify-
arrest here, everybody make a investigation check.
Sweet.
And that's a good point, Roland. Do you guys have anything you need to identify? Maybe the dagger.
The dagger, yes. We must identify the dagger.
I have it right now, so.
Alright. Nox, you identify the dagger, and it's a dagger of Blindsight.
Sweet.
Here we go. I'll give you a handout for it. It's a rare magic item. It requires attunement. When you attune to it, it gives you blind sight out to a range of 30 feet.
Oh, wow. That's
You
great.
can see without seeing.
You do not
Yeah,
need
Mike.
to be wielding it to have the blind sight.
That'd be cool for anybody, but that might be really good for Dagger.
Dagger already has a problem seeing in the dark. And, you know, being invisible and being able to stab things that are invisible, you know, not a bad idea. All right, my love?
That's what I was thinking.
And I, like, hold the dagger out handle first to her.
I'll take it.
Alright.
And then I'm going to give Pavel my goggles.
Well,
Let's keep
Okay.
all the voices together.
you have to attune to it first.
Yeah, I don't think the goggles are attunement either. But, oh yes. So yes, Nox, you can wear them straight away. And I think he already has
She
dark
gave them to Pavel.
Oh, sorry,
not
Pavel.
me.
Pavel.
I don't need goggles.
Do you get jealous, Nox? Alright. Those
Oh no.
goggles, I don't think you do. Oh, what's this? The goggles start to moan. And while wearing the goggles sort of clench your nose now. So every time you speak, you sound like this.
Fitting.
I'd rather take it off than put it on.
I'll take it. Give it to me.
Okay. Oh, who's this? The goggles moan. You're like a moan coming from them.
Let's take another. Let's take just long enough for me to attune to the dagger, then we can go.
I'm all right with that.
Alright, you can take another short rest, and I dare say no one really needs to burn any hit die. And that Durgar comes grumbling and comes back through, heading like the opposite direction this time during that time. And before that, actually, as you guys stand here and look around at all of this wreckage, you guys see that this is not really evidence of an actual battle that has gone on here. The place has not been robbed. It's all staged. This is a false tomb. This is not a real tomb.
Oh.
Durgar grumbles again. Ah, where is it? The king's hand somewhere. Did you find it yet?
No.
We have not seen any such hand, but if we see one, I'll be sure to call out to your boss.
Well, if you find it, come and tell Skella she's looking for it. Damn big fist, come and smush 3 more men. Need the king's hand. The Gerek Turok.
See, that's the only thing about taking rests is the Durgar are going to beat us to find whatever it is they want to find. And
According to
I
him,
wouldn't-
there's more traps to be had. And, and I'm going to look over at Roland and kind of smile really coyly and say, we may have just found our way to get back into the temple.
Yeah.
Do we
as you
care
guys
if they
look-
find what they're looking for?
So as you guys have looked at like all of the armor and arms that are broken here, there's like nothing that belongs to dwarves. That is like the telltale sign that this is being staged. So you think that usually like dwarves, they're pretty crafty, right? So if they're going to bury their king, then they're going to try and throw off any would-be tomb robbers by building a false tomb. Yeah.
So we
I'm
got to
gonna-
start. We got to start searching for secret doors.
Around here, yeah, basically.
I wonder if these. What are these pillars?
I
The
take
6
out
of
the
them.
Wand of Secrets and just go, ding!
Alright, these are quartz pillars that you've seen throughout the temple, and they glow with a magical light. Nox, the Wand of Secrets, immediately creates this large rectangular glow with a green light against the southern wall here.
Oh, well. That's interesting.
Not always handy, but when it is, it's really handy.
Is it Durgar, Dawn? Turiel, tell me if you see anyone pass over there.
I
Yes, keep a good
don't
watch.
see anyone.
What? Oh,
Does it seem like there's a way to open it, or I'm wondering if the pillars might be some kind of a puzzle?
There's actually 2 glowing parts of the brickwork that are particularly highlighted, like buttons, pretty much. Be depressed.
Do we think it's one or the other, or both at the same time?
Probably both at the same time.
All right. On
like-
the count of 3.
One on one side and one on the other side.
Sure. You got it. You guys got it. Okay. I'll stand in front of it in case something comes out.
It's probably not a bad idea.
Group up as much as you can.
1, 2, 3.
Alright. You guys 1, 2, 3 press the stone, and then you hear the sound of grinding stone. And very, very slowly, emitting a big cloud of ancient dust, this entire section of the wall slides down into the ground and becomes flush with the floor, revealing a tomb beyond.
Now that is a Dwarven King's tomb.
No one touch a thing.
It's a very low ceiling here, 10-foot
That
high
means
ceiling,
you too, Pavel.
and it is
I know.
vaulted. And you see just a single black marble sarcophagus. It's flecked with golden filigree. It stands close to the south wall, and you can see some sort of impression carved onto the lid of the sarcophagus. And there are these glittering panels that catch your light sources. They're set into the east, west, and south walls. Each panel is 6 foot tall, 3 foot wide, and about an inch thick. And they're all made of this rectangular golden crystal, carved with the bas-relief image of a dwarven warrior clutching a battle axe. And at first you guys think they're like solid gold slabs, but they still seem to be a very valuable crystal. In fact, Dagger, as you take a look at them, you feel like each panel is worth 500 GP. There are 10 of them.
How much would they weigh?
Dagger estimates them to be about 50 pounds each, using her knowledge of gem cutting and whatnot.
Not small.
So 500 pounds worth.
Ooh, buddy. That's one bag of holding, isn't it?
Yeah, that is one bag of holding.
There's a whole bag of holding.
Well, they wouldn't fit in a bag of holding because they're
Yeah,
6
they're
foot
too big.
tall.
Yeah. Well, someone needs to go in and check that tomb out.
I say
All right, I'll go.
I say we all go in and close the doors behind us.
I
Yeah, that's
really
a good.
don't
That's
like
a good
that
idea.
I don't like that idea.
I mean, I could get out, but
Well,
Wait.
if we can see if there's a way to open it from the inside. I mean, obviously check to see if there's a way to open it from the inside, but
I mean, I doubt it. I mean, it's a tomb.
Well, maybe we should just walk.
Upon getting
I'll be-
closer to the
I'll
sarcophagus,
be-
Ziggy, you can make out the carving, the impression in the lid. It's a bas relief of Dwarven King, and there is Dethic runes.
Does anybody read Dethic?
Dwarvish.
I do.
Runes on the sarcophagus there, buddy.
I read Dwarvish as well.
It says, "Here lies our beloved king."
Okay.
That's probably.
So now
That's probably-
comes the more moral question of the story. Do we wish to open the lid? I mean, who am I kidding? I really want to, but
Why not? It's just a dead body.
well, funeral rites and all, But it is probably for the best that the scamp is not here for this. Zickard Brew, would you mind? I do believe the thing is quite heavy.
Yeah, I'll lift.
We should see if it's trapped first.
Or that too.
Perception check.
Might help if I could roll a perception with the damn.
You examine it, Dagger, and let me fix up your blind sight now too. Should be able to see a bit better now. All right, you examine it, and sorry, Day. 1 second. I just got to save your token so your blind sight is saved. For next time. So there is nothing that stands out as a trap, and Sigurd, you don't see anything either. You expect the lid to be pretty heavy, and you're probably going to need at least 2 people to lift it, but there's nothing untoward about it.
Yeah, I'll lend a hand. Sigurd, I think you're stronger,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
you should do the rolls.
Alright, you don't need an ability check to remove the lid.
Okay.
Just for a strength check.
No ability check. So
Okay.
you just need to be strong enough. And you guys both carefully lift the lid up, and as you remove the lid and carefully rest it aside the sarcophagus, a dust of cloud sort of kicks up, and you can see some sort of tattered black shroud and some bones scattered in the sarcophagus. And at the same time, this loud voice calls out in Dwarvish. "You dishonor our beloved king! May his tomb become yours as well!" And all 10 crystal battle axes fly off of the panels and attack.
Ah,
There's that.
Oh no.
And Pavel, you look over as you hear that as well. And you will not be surprised. It's a very
Shit.
loud sound. It cries out loudly.
this is not good.
So each battle axe, there's now like a battle axe shaped impression in each one of these slabs, and each one is made from this yellow crystal. And this one they fly through the air, and it just flies straight to Brew and swings at him, and it misses. And more of them start flinging off the walls here to attack you all. This one swings at Nox. And a miss. This one swings at Roland. And
Yep.
Roland, you're clipped for 3 slashing. This one attacks Nox. And misses. This one flies off the panel and comes in at Brew and misses. Roland, you're up.
I'm going to quickly bonus action power chord. All right, out of the room.
Wow.
And I should be able to catch. I'll be able to catch Pavel as well if I can. So everybody.
We don't want to. Okay.
Well, no, it's for those of us who don't need to be in the middle of this shit.
Gotcha.
Alright, if anyone wants to move, they can use their reaction now to move without provoking an opportunity attack. Brew moves, Pavel moves, Nox moves. Okay.
And everybody gets the 11 temp. All right, so that was my bonus action. My action, I'm going to well, I'm not gonna fireball. I'm going to cast with my guitar on myself. Parkskin.
Yeah, you will.
You channel your inner elf and you'll come on with nature rolling.
I mean, I do have elf blood in me, so, obviously, but it's dominated by the tieflings, sort of.
I just imagine you just going like, okay, everybody, here's Freebird.
Roland didn't start as an elf, but now it's just become canon now.
Stairway to heaven.
I took tongues so I could speak Elvish when needed. I think I'm just gonna chill where I'm at. Yeah.
Dagger.
I will try to stab this axe. I don't know how well that'll work, but you know.
Alright, they do not seem to care about your invisibility. But you do have advantage because of your assassin feature anyway. And you hit the axe. Alright, you go for like the part where the handle meets the blade and just sort of pierce it, and the handle detaches from the blade and they just clamber onto the ground. It's destroyed.
Okay, disengage.
Brew.
I'll pull out an adamantine hand axe and swing at this one over here. That's more.
That hits. Alright, you just slice off a big part of the handle.
And
still whizzing around trying to stab. That hits. And you just sort of hit it on the steel head of the axe and it just clambers to the ground, breaks and shatters. Nox.
Alright, 1 second, just double checking something.
I was thinking the same thing.
Careful of the tomb.
What are you doing with that?
Ah,
point to
you're right.
Nox?
He's right though. The tomb.
Did we get the lid off or not?
The lid is off. There is like a black shroud and some bones inside. Jockey Grasp hits. this battle axe, I presume, and you grab it and just sort of some of the crystal just starts to shatter and shock the reaction out of it.
And the second one was for the one next to Brew.
Oh,
Was a
were you
twin.
twinning? Sorry, I didn't hear that part. All right, the same thing happens and just crystal shattered all over the floor here.
And let's see, how much movement did I use to get there? I used 25 feet. I will take one step back because I can't go anywhere else.
Powerful.
Okay, doke. So Tiralai was already out and beginning of combat. I'm gonna take out my flintlock pistol and just yeah, slash at this thing one-handed.
That is a miss.
Again.
Another miss. The battle axe goes up and up out of the reach of your blade swings.
And I'll shoot as a bonus action.
That hits. It takes a chip off of it.
Not a good day. Not a good.
This crystal battle axe swings at Roland. And it cuts straight through your bark skin for 3 slashing damage.
It's this totally useful bark skin.
This one whizzes straight off of its panel and comes in at Zigid. Miss. Zigid.
All right. I'll start swinging at that one.
That is a miss. Narrow miss.
Might as well take the second attack at that one then.
And
Damn.
another miss. The axe
All right.
turns its narrow side towards you and you just sort of sweep by it.
I'm going to 5-foot step to there to, or not, I'll just step there.
As you
to
move,
defend them.
both battle axes swing at you with opportunity attacks.
Okay.
And both miss. Any bonus action?
So what can I do as a bonus action?
I think actually it's just like second wind. You probably don't want to do that because you're full hit points. Right, this axe is going to fly straight over to Nox, swing at him. Miss. And this one's going to unhinge itself from its panel and fly over to Zigid and swing. And miss. And you just keep on relentlessly attacking. And this one's going to go for Brew.
Yeah, he's a bit unhinged too, so that's fair.
This one will attack Pavel. They just swing and swing, very autonomous. And this one moves over here and swings at Nox. Miss. This one is going to attack Nox. Miss. Roland.
Can't touch this. Do, 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 do.
They're not very accurate, these axes.
Axe time, not hammer time.
I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take the disengage and
Yep, get out.
not be near these things. And on the way by, I'll whisper to Dagger, "I believe in you," and give her a bardic inspiration. And that's my turn.
Dagger.
Okay. Well. I will attack this one. It's right in front of me.
That is a miss.
And
Fairly
I
hard to
will
hit.
use my inspiration because I think a 15 misses.
Yep, go for it.
It's a D10.
Can you guys hear me?
Can hear you.
Yeah.
Can you
Yep.
hear us?
Yeah.
Hello?
We can hear you, Dagger.
I messaged you.
Okay. I can't hear you guys if you're saying something.
It's a weird echo.
Yeah.
Everything sounds fine on my end.
Is it a D8 still?
D10.
Can she hear us?
Can you hear us, Dagger?
Yeah, she's reconnect.
Hello? Dagger?
Can you hear us?
Turn your volume up.
Have you tried unplugging it and plugging it back in?
Is it plugged in at the wall?
I'm gonna guess that she still can't hear us.
Yeah, because she'd be mad.
She did want to roll that D10. No, there it
Yeah,
is.
so
Five,
20.
20?
Oh, she rolled the D8, but anyway, it hits.
Alright, she hits the battle axe and the rapier just pierces into the crystal, and myriad pieces of shattered crystal rain down on the ground. Give that description for Dagger in the chat.
It did.
EOT.
I'll hit it for her. Brew.
Gonna drop this hand axe, pull out a morning star, something a bit more weighty, and swing recklessly at this injured one. Right.
It is a miss. That hits. And it absolutely shatters. Shards of crystal rain down on the ground. Nox.
All right. I'm going to try this again. Shocking grasp the two in front of Brew and me. So I'll do the one below me first.
That is a hit. And it just obliterates it. Shards fly out everywhere. It's
Nice.
destroyed
And,
instantly.
one next to Brew. Ooh,
That's a
swing and
miss.
miss.
Um,
All right.
Oh, they're not made of like metal. Okay.
No.
I will actually use a bonus action to convert a second level spell slot to sorcery points.
Okay. Can you hear us now, Dagger? Oh, she's gone again.
She already dropped.
Have full.
Ever since, not ever since, but throughout this whole adventure, Pavel's, he's been thinking whether he's a melee fighter or a ranged fighter, and whatever that bard said did affect him, even till now to this day. And, just real, like, yeah, but he, puts away Tear Alive, and, as an interactive object, and just, uses his pistol instead, and just kind of shoots this one right.
That is a direct hit. And you just... And it just shatters the crystal battle axe.
You can kind of see Pavel a little sad, realizing, like, And then he's gonna shoot this one.
And it is a miss.
Bonus action.
And you quick fire, but miss again.
Contemplating.
This axe swings at Zigid.
Yep.
It hits for 6 slashing damage. This one hovers over, and it too swings at you, Ziggy. Don't forget your 10 hit points. You have 11 10 hit points.
Right.
That is a miss. And Ziggy, you're up.
I'll start with that guy.
That is a hit. And that is just enough damage. The fire just superheats the crystal and shatters it.
Take my second swing on that one.
And that hits.
Nice.
You bring flame tongue down on that battle axe and it is just broken into myriad pieces.
If I move, that'll provoke from this guy, right?
If you move out of its reach, it will attack you.
Yeah.
You have Great Weapon Master? I think you get a bonus action attack.
Yes, you can use your bonus action to attack because you dropped the creature 0 hit points.
Oh, yeah, I can. I forgot about that. Okay, I shall do so.
It is a miss.
All right.
The battle axe returns an attack at you, Pavel. Miss. Roland.
Roland just placed cheerleader over here because he's pretty sure there's nothing he can do, like physically against these battle axes, because they don't have ears to hear his snide remarks. So, and like the biggest chunk of my spells like don't work on constructs. So. Yeah, I'm just gonna dodge and cheer from the sidelines. I think y'all have it.
Roland's like just dancing over here for some reason. Dagger.
You can do it. You can do it. Rah rah rah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
She just said Discord hates her, so I don't know if she can hear us again.
We'll after this fight, we'll have a 10-minute break and see if she can get that sorted out. Can you hear us, Dagger? Weird, her Discord thing is like lit up permanently. You guys see that?
Yeah, it's like lit up continuously.
Yeah, but she's muted. Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is.
Probably have to restart Discord altogether.
Just want to pass over her.
You there?
She's in game, so
Yeah, she's in the roll 20.
Alright. I'll just take her turn for us so we can. Oh, wait, she's there. Just so we can keep things rolling. She moved exactly where I moved anyway. I knew that's what she'd do. Brew.
Yeah, move over and swing. Reckless.
That is a hit.
More like feckless.
It just clips the crystal battle axe and takes a few chips off of it. You hit it again. And that's just enough to shatter it. It just hits the ground, breaks into pieces.
Uno mas.
Nox. as a
Shocking
hit,
grasp.
and you grab it. It explodes. Bits of crystal are shattered through the air, and they're all dead.
Well done, everyone.
Oh, let's hope there's something of value in that crypt that makes it
I
worth it.
just Nox is just dusting himself off like, ugh, I've got shards and flakes in my hood. Ugh, this is not good.
Despite
God.
the battle axes dislodging, breaking free from the panels, there's still the actual panel left there, which is almost worth the same amount. Dagger estimates it to them to be still worth 450 GP each. So does Tiralai. As the fighting is finished, you guys move in to examine the contents of this sarcophagus, and we'll take
Absolutely.
a 10-minute break before we do that. See you guys back soon.
Sounds good.
Alright. Cool.
Dagger, are you alive? Alright, get Discord sorted.
Do we have you back, Dagger?
You there, Dagger?
Nope.
How's everyone doing?
That-
Good.
That happened to me last week, and it was my headset. I had to order a new one.
Yeah, it could have like broken or something.
It was weird. I was in the middle of the game. I was in the middle of my Pathfinder Monday night game, and my headset just stopped working. I ran Discord through my phone and was able to finish the game session. But
I've had to do that before.
That's a good idea, actually.
yeah, I have Discord on my phone and my laptop, so I hook either one of them up if I have to.
Alright, hopefully get it fixed with the phone. Oh, she already is? Give her a couple of minutes to try and get this fixed.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Whenever I score a critical, I get a bonus attack too. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, that's gonna stack and get mad.
Do fighters eventually get a third melee attack, or is it just always two?
Nope, they are the only ones who get 3.
Nice.
Actually, you get 3 at 11th, but at 20th, you get 4.
Nice.
Imagine that with your action surge.
At
Yeah.
17th, you get the 4th attack.
At 17th? Oh.
I could have swore it was at 20th as the capstone.
Maybe it is 20.
I think 17th is like another Indomitable.
Which, when you think about, like, a melee round is 6 seconds.
Yeah.
So if you've got a fighter swinging 4 times, then
Oh, yeah.
action surging for another 4, and then bonus action to get 9 swings, like,
And then if you score any criticals, you automatically get another swing.
yeah, like
So is
9
that
9
that's
swings
what-
over 6 seconds.
is that you get an extra attack for each critical, and for each creature you put down, or is it just one per?
You only have one
Oh.
bonus action,
Yeah.
and it takes a bonus action to do the extra attack.
It is.
Yeah, but still, it does.
It's a bonus action. Okay, yeah.
Alright, we're gonna continue now. Hopefully Dagger will get the problem solved with the laptop. Hopefully she'll be in the chat in a minute. Alright, as you guys finish fighting these battle axes, you just see glistening yellow crystal littering the floor now, shards and dust of it. And inside there is this black shroud with some dust and some bones. And the skeleton is concealed by the black shroud.
I'll kind of take my long sword off my hip and just kind of move the black shroud aside. Gently.
When you move it across, the shroud is sort of, it almost just falls apart, just on the tip of the longsword. As you carefully peer into the sarcophagus and move it away, you see not one, but 2 skeletons in here. One has the very distinct wide skull of a dwarf. And there's also a small creature, or bones of a small creature, in with the dwarf skeleton. And that is it. There's the bones. 2 creatures in there.
I was trying to see if what creature it was, kind of to get.
You make a medicine check. Not sure. Looks like a mammal of some description.
Does it have like a beak, or is it more like a smaller humanoid skull, or is it like beak-like, like a kobold would be, or?
It's of a mammal, like an animal. Don't have a beak. And Roland, you take a look, and yeah, medicine or nature would work, I guess. Yeah, you are not sure, really. Pavel, you identify the bones of that of a mole, curled up mole.
That sucks. No objects in here though at all?
Nope, just 2 skeletons, a dwarf and a mole.
So they're looking for the Dwarf King's hand. I wonder if one of these hands is it.
Oh fuck! I wonder if it's the mole.
As you guys are here now, you hear the clanking of boots coming running quickly. And the dwarf, the Duragar, comes running.
Kill these guys.
Hey there, buddy. What do you need, huh?
And he just tries to sort of like go through you, Pavel.
Can I kind of acrobat to get back in front of him, or do I have to use athletics?
He can just go around you, so you'd have to grab him with an athletics check.
Damn. Can I make it seem like I'm just like, no, I can't. I gotta grab him.
If not, he'll just bowl you over.
Okay, I'll do that then. I don't want him to bowl me over.
Alright, as he's running, you grab him by the arm and sort of stop him, and he's just like starts yelling at you in Dwarvish. Dadak Guruk! Unhand me!
Well,
let go of me!
But the
boy!
I want to say, but let's dance, and I spin him around, in a dancing type of way.
Right. He doesn't understand what you're saying, but when you start to swing him around, he doesn't take kindly to that. And
I let him go then. I let him go after.
Yeah, he draws his war pick, ready to hit you with it. You let
I let him go, and I just because what are you doing? We're just trying to have fun.
He doesn't understand.
Can't understand me though.
What you say, and he just sort of grumbles at you, and he comes over here, speaking in Dwarvish still.
Bro, are we gonna have to kill this guy, or are we gonna let him take the hand?
Oh, Dagger can hear now. Sweet. He sort of says in Dwarvish, you found it! There's a king's hand in there!
Yes. We found something that belongs to us now.
Ha!
This is how this works, right?
You're not a dwarf! And just presume, oh yeah, Nox, you speak Dwarvish. And he sort of snarls at you. Ha! Even the look of you speaking Dwarvish offends me, smooth-skinned boy.
Well, that's maybe, but at the same time.
Patch.
Hoping to.
I see your patches there. What are you, fish man? Patchy.
Draconic, more, but.
Well, Skilla would very much like to have one of those hands. Now, is there 2 there? 1 each.
Well,
I think
it is a part of our dwarven lineage.
I think we need to negotiate part of the treasure they get if they take one of these hands.
That's exactly where I was going with this.
All right, cool.
We were actually thinking, since now we have something that you want, that we could revisit the access to the temple and the treasures beyond.
You can speak to the boss.
Well, you can go get her.
You want me to get the boss?
I do.
Alright, I'll get the bus. Stay here. Hey, there is a bus.
Okay, so
Can we get these panels? Take them?
With the dwarven hands.
Each one weighs 50 pounds.
That's not bad. 10 of them, 500 pounds.
Seb probably would like to run in
And
there
they're
and
6
take
feet
the hands
tall.
of the king.
Yeah, if we're going to continue on, there's no sense taking them, I don't think.
You have
Alright.
to figure out a way to transport these or stash them somewhere and take them at a different time.
Exactly. If we want them that badly, we can grab them on our way back to Waterdeep.
oh, so I have an idea. They're gonna come back with the boss, and I'm like trying to rush everybody. I'm like, if we're going to negotiate, we should do so from somewhat of a position of strength. Do we want to create a bit more of a front? Brew,
Well, I'll go. Let's just take the skeleton. Let's take those hands.
Let's take the hands. Yeah, I was gonna do that right
Yeah.
now.
Yes, Roland, would you mind putting those hands in your bag?
No problem. Let's grab the mole too, just in case.
Yeah, it seems.
We will also grab the mole.
Take the.
Now, Brew, Sigurd, if you wouldn't mind coming up next to me.
Of course.
Now you guys take the hands, and a short while later, Skella and 2 cloakers and that same Duergar return. Ah! Very good! Very good! You found the tomb! I knew you had it in you. So? You've got King's hands, I hear.
We do. We have hands of said king, and we have now something we would like to discuss.
Well, start discussing.
Well, earlier we had obviously no position from which to argue our points in the Dumathoin temple. Now I would like to revisit the subject, as we would very much like to see and partake of the treasures that lie beyond.
You may speak dwarvish, boy, but you're not a dwarf. And what lies beyond in the heart of the mountain is no concern of ye. There is no value there to be had.
That I would wager is potentially not true, because what you find valuable and what I find valuable could be very, very different things.
So what are you suggesting?
Your friend here mentioned that you've come across more protections, traps, if you will.
Aye. A
we
big
were
hand
able to
came
handle
and
the first
squashed me men. 3 of them, pulverized onto the ground.
That's an awful way to die.
Aye.
But since we were able to assist you with the first one, if we provided a hand, which you now obviously need, that would be the second time we did the work that you could not do. And so, I would say that we then entitled
Cut to the chase, boy. You've got a flappy tongue.
I think that would entitle us at least to some of the treasure that lies beyond, be them dwarvish weaponry, armor, coin, jewels.
Are you suggesting we split the treasure then?
Yes.
That's pretty much what he suggested.
50-50.
I think that is a reasonable request.
Well then, come on. Back to the temple, so we can get to the heart of the mountain.
Cool.
Where's that other hen gone? The flowery
We've
one.
got them. Oh, she's around. Trust me.
Alright then. Come on. And I'll move you guys back to the temple area as you follow out.
Okay. Rather than having to
have us try to find it in the next hour.
You can take this
I think it's a
pink
pretty
arrow.
straight shot.
You can
but-
take the pink arrow with you as you guys go. All right.
Yeah, pink arrow.
You guys arrive back in the temple, and the amount of Duergar here is thinned. There's just Skeller and 3 Duergar and the 2 cloakers.
Wow.
Some of them are gone, and there are 3 fresh corpses laying beyond the altar area in this door at the back of the room. All right, then. Well, would you like to do the honors? And she sort of does this sarcastic curtsy.
Oh,
I
that's
wanna-
very sweet of you. But so your men were crushed by giant hands that came out of the wall?
Aye.
Okay, and how would you know you needed the hand of the king?
Do you really
was it
want to
just
know?
curious? I actually do, yes. Quite curious.
Come with me then, boy, and I'll show you. But be warned, don't touch the door. Alright, you guys head up to this massive set of matte black basalt doors. And the doors seem to absorb your light sources as you close in on it, sucking away very light the temple. These 2 quartz pillars still let out a bit of a glow that have to fight with the darkness of the door. Yellow points to the door. Do you see that? And it's just plainly written there that only the hand of the king may open these doors. That's how I know. There's the death agreement. It says, "It is the will of the keeper of secrets under the mountain that only the hand of the king may open these doors. Let all who enter gaze upon the heart of Malarbode and know the true power of dwarven kind."
Oh, what do you guys think that means? Is it like some kind of riddle? Like what?
No, I think
Yeah.
it's actually quite literal. Okay.
So, you need the hand of the king, and you've got it.
Huh.
So go on and do some stuff.
Fair enough.
Who actually wants to do this? And I'll
Well-
pull out one of the hands.
And
Can I?
when you guys hear the name Malarbode, everybody make a history check.
Including me?
Yeah,
Pavel, damn.
you can make one as well. Dag, you've been reading some books, I guess, or maybe you haven't. Have been reading some books.
Yeah!
You guys have heard this name Malarbode before, and it's like the name. It's another name for Undermountain. Well, it's the name of the ancient dwarven realm beneath Mount Waterdeep, whose underhalls were the foundations of Undermountain. So before Hallister came and turned this into his lair, as you guys would have known from some history that was recalled, ancient Malarkan dwarves founded the underhalls of Undermountain. They carved them out, and Malarbode was what they called it before it was called Undermountain. And apparently, there is the heart of the mountain, but beyond these doors.
In the lore of this game, are Duergar the evil, greedy cousins of dwarves that they were in like 3rd edition, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Duergar were slaves to mind flayers, and they've forsaken their dwarven ancestors because they think that they left them behind to get mind slaved by Illithids. So
Did this Skella speak common?
Yep, she doesn't look full Duergar. She seems to be half dwarf.
Okay.
She seems a lot more reasonable than most Duergar.
I'll hold out the hand to whoever's wanting to open the door.
Let's try something.
Can I
Can
say
I-
something?
You think if it were not for Skella, then these Duergar probably would have just attacked you guys on sight, or at least tried to get you guys to leave.
Gotcha.
Can I
Can I carry the skeletal hand with my mage hand?
Yeah, it's only a fraction of a pound.
Okay. Can I mage hand it to the door and try and, I don't know, use my mage hand to kind of like push it?
Sure.
It's kind of
Mage
like palm
hand.
it.
The skeletal hand over.
This
And when you do, something happens. Something phases through the door. A massive, shimmering hand appears. And it comes in to start whacking people. Ah! Skelly yells out. And it has a +6 to its initiative. It's just a large
Whoa,
shimmering
shit.
hand. And it's balled up like a fist. A big bee's hand. Like a big bee's hand.
Big bee's hand!
And it immediately just flies towards you, Nox. Try and attack you. And it comes in and tries to smash. And it misses. It just makes a clenched fist attack onto the ground. Roland.
I don't know what to do against this thing.
Are you hesitating, Roland?
This will drop. This will drop the bark skin, but I'll see if this works. I'm not sure if it will. I'm gonna attempt to cast Bane. I'm not sure if it works. I don't know if it counts as a creature.
Alright, use Bane on the Big Bee's hand, and I'm pretty sure Big Bee's hand is not considered a creature.
Yeah. Well.
The spell fails, and you don't use the spell slot, but it does use your action, and it does drop your concentration.
Would I know that this is a Big B's hand? Like, or I don't know
You
if I would
need to make an Arcana check. It pretty much just looks like a large hand of shimmering translucent force.
Yeah, I don't think I would have ever seen this before, so I wouldn't know what it is.
Right, well, it'd take your a reaction to identify it. With an Arcana check.
I'll do that. It's not like I have anything else to use my reaction for.
You don't
know.
It doesn't come to you at this present time that this is a Bigby's Hands spell, or if it even is a Bigby Hand spell.
Yeah, I will intimate that that my spell didn't work on it, and I'll kind of move back, and yeah, that's my turn.
Nox.
Okay. Hand out and like tap a knuckle with my finger.
That misses it.
Fuck. Okay.
You sort of feel something tangible, but there's just not enough, or not an accurate enough sort of touch attack to actually charge it with the lightning. As you move away, Nox, it does not opportunity attack you. Apple.
Roland, no, don't. Ah, goddamn, he ran away. And I'm gonna run to Roland. I want to use my action to dig through the bag of holding and take out the mole.
Okay.
Can I do that? Cool.
Take the mole out as an action.
Analyzing this weird situation, I feel.
It's just like a scattered bone, so you
So I can't
scoop
take
up
the whole
most
mole?
of them. You scoop up most of them, maybe a couple of them. There are many bones in a mole.
It's maybe crazy enough, but I don't know how this Dwarven King was. But all right. Misty Step is it's a. Well, I should have gotten the. I'll get that later, actually. Yeah, no, I'll just do this. And I might as well not waste anything. I can wait until after. Well, yeah.
Brew.
Would this thing be grappleable?
It yes, it can be grappled.
Yeah, I'll attempt to do that.
Alright, it has a +8 on its check, and even with a 29, you can grapple it. You grab onto one of its big thumb, its only thumb.
I was a thumb wrestling champ, you know. And
You
I'll just...
actually have to declare that it's a thumb war, though, Brew, or it doesn't count.
Right. Forgot.
1, 2, 3, 4. I challenge you to a thumb.
Well, then I'll just smash it with my shield.
That hits it, and you feel like this ripple of force come off of it, and you seem to damage it. It's kind of sturdy. Dig it.
So where is the hand? The hand of the king currently?
Oh, it's floating.
Up by the door?
Yeah. Well,
Up by the door?
It would have fallen because Nox moved away. That's a safe foot range.
I would have just dropped it where it was. So.
I'm going to move to there. I'm going to pick up the hand and try to open the door.
All right, you grab the hand and push it against the door, and nothing happens. Does not open the door. And
Does there seem to be any kind of an indentation or anything where you would stick the hand?
No. There is just this inscription carved into the doors.
All right, I'll reread the inscription. I'll spend the rest of my turn doing that, see if it gives me any kind of clue as to how I would open
You guys
this
already
door.
read it before.
Yeah, I know, but
it's in Dwarvish. You can't understand it.
Oh, I can't even read it. I'll yell back at Skella. Do you know how to open the door? And
She shrugs. Now's not the time to be discussing this. There's a big hand again. And she dashes away 50 feet. Run for your lives! It won't stop until it bashes everyone dead! Dagger.
Dagger?
Oh no.
I'm on a different headset.
You're
so
alive, Dagger.
I would have been invisible, but I don't think that would do anything for me. But anyway.
19 is a miss.
Okay, disengage. Keep it the same.
Alright, let me take a look here. Alright, Brew, it just like pretty much becomes non-existent in your hand. Just like
Whoa.
moves away and doesn't break the grapple or nothing, but it just slips, your hand slips straight through it. And it comes over here and it doesn't provoke an opportunity attack as it moves. And it tries to use a clenched fist attack on Zigid. And it just slams into the ground and misses. Rolling.
There's just looks like there's not a lot I can do against this thing. So this might be dumb. I'm gonna tell Nox. I think I might try to get to the other side of the door. What do you think?
Nox just shrugs, like, maybe. Sure. Anything's as good as. It does seem magically sealed, but, you know.
Well,
Sure.
nothing else. There's literally nothing I can do against this thing.
The only thing I worry about is if you're stuck on the other side.
And it phases through.
Well, I mean, we'll see what it does. This is what Roland can think of at the moment. So I'm gonna dimension door to just on the other side of this door, if I can.
You can take somebody.
That's the cool part.
Take me with you? Or you take Pavel with you?
I'll take Pavel with me if he's okay with that.
Sure, I have the mole in my hand, make it easier to open from the other side.
Alright, as you grab him and cast the spell fails.
Does it use a spell slot?
Does not consume your spell slot. It's not because you're going into a place that's occupied either. There is something blocking teleportation into that room.
Okay. I have like one more thing I can try next turn. But I will. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can do.
Nox.
Just rereading the description again really quick.
You do plenty on the other fights, Roland. Don't feel like you got to worry about this piddly little hand here.
No, I'm having that moment where I'm like, this is a fucking riddle, and I want to know what it is.
It may just be a stupid thing where we just have to crush the hand.
That is true. That is true.
So there, and then I'm going to.
Over here getting fisted.
I'll try and firebolt the hand.
Firebolt hits and works against this thing. It sort of a shockwave of this shimmering blue energy sort of emanates from it, and it seems to get a bit more hurt. Pavel.
Might be a waste of the spell, but I want to save my action. Misty Step. Oh ho ho. Bonus action. And I'm gonna go right over here. And then, right there after object, I'm gonna grab with all the bones of the mole. I'm gonna try and open the door.
Okay. Push the mole bones against the door and nothing happens.
I was going to say, if it opens, I'm going to just follow my sword.
The hand shimmers again. Shimmering forth washes over the hand again.
I wonder if each time we do that, if it heals.
I drop the bones in my hand. Entrapped object, just start shooting at this thing.
$11 misses.
One more time.
20 hits it. Again, there's a shimmering force that shows it sort of trying to fade ever so slightly.
Take out an adamantine hand axe, run up at it, swing
16 misses. 13 misses. It's incredibly tough. Like a sheathed in force, just the attacks are bouncing straight off.
Grr.
Take it.
All right. With my, I'll light the flame tongue up and take a couple swings at it.
That hits it. The blade passes through it, and it fades intently. But it's still shimmering here and there. Vague outline of a clenched fist. Another hit.
Nice.
And it fades a little bit more. A couple more hits like that, and I feel like it's going to disappear.
I'll action.
Okay. 14 misses. And a crit.
Nice.
Nice.
With that swing, the blade just passes through it, and fire just wraps itself around the fist, and the fist just vanishes like that.
Smoking.
I'll see if the door will open now.
The door remains closed. Has not opened.
How about if I touch the hand to it, nothing happens?
Yeah.
Right, you touch the hand to it, and let's roll initiative. Another big beast hand appears. Immediately. And it starts trying to smash you guys again. The second that door is touched. Let's do this again. Dagger, you're up.
Well, that's not the answer.
And it gets a +6 on its
Now
initiative, so it goes on 12.
Dagger?
That hits.
Nice.
And when you hit it, Dagger, there is no apparent weaknesses. You cannot use sneak attack on it. But you hit it, and the rapier still damages it a bit.
So what have we tried with the door?
Well, I just tried touching it with the hand, the king's hand, and this giant fist came back again. So we know that's not the answer.
Okay, I'm going to I can't disengage. I was on my movement. Okay.
It's got to be something to do with the inscription.
Sure.
Like, what if this fist is the hand of the king, and we have to use it to smash the door?
Right, try to grapple it and shove it up against.
Oh. I could try. But for now, I'll just swing at it recklessly a couple times.
There you go, weaken it.
That is a hit. And when you hit it with the adamantine hand axe brew, you maximize the damage. Because adamantine maximizes damage against objects. Actually, I think it's always a crit against an object.
Oh.
Go for it. Yeah, it's always a crit, is what it is. Alright, you hit it.
Whoa.
And yeah, the adamantine works well. It cleaves through it quite well. 13 is a miss. Avil.
Time to shoot it. Alrighty.
That hits. For 12 damage. And Pavel, you hear Tiralai sort of telepathically communicate to you. Use me, Pavel. I'm effective against all objects.
There you go.
It's me that maximizes the damage.
Tiralai, I'm starting to realize I'm not really a sword person. I can hit things better at range, not really a sword. But I mean, I'll give it a try, I guess. And Pavel takes out switches his pistol to the other hand, takes that Terror and just swings.
And that hits. And yes, you do maximize the damage with that attack. So it's an 8 plus 3.
Plus 3.
11 damage. Alright, yeah, Tear does work well to slash through it.
And then I'll shoot it again. Boop.
And a miss.
And I'll end. Oh no, actually I'll use I'll action search just because my buddy next to me did as well.
Okay.
And then I guess I'll trust Trail and I'll just swing.
And it's a miss.
And then after sadly missing, I'm firing it out of frustration.
You actually have to hit with me, Pavel. That is.
Do you see that I can use pistols better and just shoot?
Pistol is still quite effective when the hand is starting to fade. Rolling.
Did we ever like check out like this altar or see like what it's all about or?
It not really. It just
does it have any like runes or anything on it?
Good call,
no.
Roland.
The golem did come out of it, yeah, but it's just a block of clay. And the Duragar have like robbed or taken whatever senses and whatnot were on it now.
Okay. What about the two statues? I can't remember what they were.
They're both of ceremonial-looking dwarves outfitted in purple and gold armor with eyeless helms, and they've too been defiled. Their faces have been smashed by the Duragar.
All right.
Yeah, there's a couple of the quartz pillars in this room have been cracked as well, and frescoes on the walls have also been cracked. Like the Duragar has been smashing up the place.
Yeah, I'll just I'll bonus action yell to Zigguard, I believe in you, buddy. give him bardic inspiration there. And then dodge as an action, even though I don't think it's going to come after me.
The hand
But the dancing looks cool.
is going to take a look here. Gonna attack Brew.
Bring it!
And advantage. Let me roll again in case it's a crit. And it misses.
Nice.
Stick it. $17. Not a hit, but you can use inspiration.
It's a D10.
Shall.
21 hits. And with a single sweep, you dispel the big beast's hand once more. And then as you're coming back from that swing, you accidentally, your elbow hits the door. No, I'm joking.
All right, let's not touch the door for a little while before we figure this out.
Let's read let's study the inscription.
No. There's something that's wrong. This is not. We found the sarcophagus with the here lies our beloved king.
Who says it's their king?
Skella comes over with a bit of a grumble. Ha! You don't have the hand of the king! Dwarves don't lie, and that is no hand of no king.
Then who was in that tomb?
Some old dead skeleton. Not king. A hand. A hand of the king. It says it right there in plain dwarvish.
Maybe it's the statue of the king. We need to take the hand off the statue of the king.
Or maybe that tomb that we found has another tomb inside of it.
I don't know about your kind, but we're not
triple
about riddles and that. A hand of a king means a hand of a king.
I'm going to just start walking off. I want to start walking back towards the tomb. Pablo, I think you have an idea. Let's go back. I have an idea.
I was saying
I'm gonna
that.
run over there.
Wait! None of you are proficient in stone cutting. Perhaps I shall accompany ye. A set of dwarven eyes are better than any.
Come with us then.
Sure, why not?
All
At
right.
this point, our bargain is made.
Rick Doctorlock! Barakta! Tells the other doors to stay and watch.
Tell him not to touch the door.
I
don't
think they've
think you
learned
need
that for themselves. She points to like one of these door guards with his head just popped open like a broken watermelon.
Let's go back to the tomb and the false tomb.
As
Let us teleport!
Skeller is walking, you notice she's got this like little elven statuette tucked into her belt. And many other items that appear to have been robbed from this place, such as this kingly looking cape studded with gems that she wears.
Alright.
Why would the dwarves have an elven statue? Strange.
Why wouldn't they?
No. You'd think they'd have a statue of a dwarf rather than an elf.
I don't like the
Maybe
way
it
that
was the
cloak-
gift.
I guess we're walking. All right, let's walk.
I don't like the way that cloaker is looking at me.
They just like sort of make some noises.
He's giving me the old side eye.
Skeller heads on with you guys back to the tomb.
I will be actively trying to see if I can notice anything secret on the way.
Okay, you can make a perception check.
When she's going by with the elf statue, do I notice any kind of glimmer in this gateway?
No, but the elf statue would definitely fit in one of the niches.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
And she notices you noticing her and looks down at the statue. What's this, one of your cousins or something, is it? Says to you.
Well, to be honest, I'm not actually an elf.
You want
And
to
I,
catch me
like,
up? You wanna
touch
catch
one of
me
the
up and
horns?
everybody, I reckon I lost him.
Ah, you're a horny elf. I like those kind.
That's not what. You know what? Never mind.
Alright. Obviously, this is a false tomb. And obviously this is a false tomb.
I thought you said the dwarves didn't do riddles.
They don't do riddles, but they do secrets. Dumathorn, keeper of secrets under the mountain.
I'm lost, Seb.
I knew it. I knew it. Thank God.
Alright, where are you at? Whoa, where are you?
I don't know, in a big round room with dead body.
Alright. Along the way, Zigid, you don't notice any secret doors or traps or anything.
Okay.
You arrive back in this lost tomb.
Alright. I'm gonna start
Do
at
any
like one end of the room and just start making my way around, trying like looking at the walls.
Alright, everyone make perception checks!
Which niche does that statue looks like it fit in?
One of the arch gates.
Okay.
Keller makes hers with advantage.
20.
Zigid and Skeller, both almost at the same time, point to the south wall. As you know, slightly a different tone of the color of the brickwork there. It's a
Hey,
secret door!
I think there's something there. Why don't you use your wand?
Well, if you've found it, there's no need for the wand.
Skeller just goes and pushes on it, and a false door just opens straight up.
I look at Skilla and just kind of say, after you, and bow a little bit.
Alright, in you go, she says. She just points to the a dusty looking hallway which is filled full of cobwebs. Absolutely choked with dust and cobwebs. Brew just walks straight in, and as you
I'll
do,
light
Brew,
up.
before that,
I'll light up.
before you do that, Brew, make a dexterity save.
Just get tangled up.
Brew just walks through them, and they just like start wrapping around him like he doesn't notice it, and he just clears the way. webs like wrapped around.
Huh? What's going on?
I guess being a fat ass pays off.
Ziggy lights up the flame tongue to burn the webs, and they've all just Bruce just cleared the way like a snowplow. And there's quite a lot of dust on the floors here, and there's a single stone door.
I will see if I can tell if it's trapped.
Make a perception check. Skeller just goes and sits on this like sarcophagus.
Wow.
All right, you guys both examine the door very carefully, and does not appear to be trapped. Meanwhile, out here, Skeller just sort of sits on this sarcophagus, and she pulls out her warhammer and like hits the lid of the sarcophagus. Oops! And the lid sort of shatters. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. My mistake. Oh, these are some pretty-looking plaques on the wall.
Now, why would you go and do a thing like that?
I slipped.
I'll try to.
It's alright.
I'll try to push them.
It's nothing important, just a lot of dwarven shite.
Well, that's not what you were saying earlier. Weren't you saying something about reconnecting with your Dwarven heritage or something like that?
Yeah, she was full of shit.
She just pretends she doesn't understand you. I'm sorry, no comment very good.
I cast tongues.
Pavel,
Can you understand me now? I know you can.
Walk through.
You can't pretend.
Alright, you cast tongues. Listen, we have to focus on the task at hand. Alright, Pavel, you walk through some webs. Make a dexterity save. Alright, you manage to get not tangled up in the webs and sort of push through them, and you just fall into this pit trap.
Sweet.
As you move into the hall, immediately the floor just opens up, and
It's bottomless.
you try to like grab onto something, Pavel, but there's just a smooth wall around you, or your arms don't reach the sides, and the cover just opens up, and you fall 30 feet. It's incredibly
Featherfall.
Okay, you cast Featherfall's reaction, and you just gently float down to the bottom of the pit.
Wow.
I'm glad we
I'm
have
comfortable.
Mr. Trapfinder.
Look, this is the pretty way, and then there's the not pretty way. Pebbles,
Right?
Skella chuckles.
It's crude but effective.
I have hempen rope. I'll drop it down to him and see if I can help him out.
Okay.
Thank you.
I also have hempen rope,
Wait.
and Brew will smoke it probably.
No, that's not what that one's for. That's awful.
Alright,
Hold on, I don't want to get out yet. I want to actually search this little place around here if I can.
Alright, it's very dark down here, Pavel, and you've got light on to rely or something. And you can make a
On my
perception
hair.
check.
It's always on my hair.
On your hair. Okay. Alright, you take a look around here, and it's just empty, dusty, nothing of interest.
I asked Tiralai what she sees. I pull her out. Pull it out.
I can't see, you're covering my senses.
That's why I pull out the sword so you can see.
I see a place of ill repute. This is disgusting. No beauty, just
No
darkness
doors?
and dankness. Oh yes,
Is there
I see
any
a door.
doors around here?
Up there. 30 feet above us. Alright, and as you
Thank
look
you.
up, the trapdoor just snaps back shut, and you're trapped in there now.
Oh snap!
And it cuts Zigurd's rope. Cuts off 30 feet of that rope. So you've got a 20-foot rope now.
Put some pressure on it, Brew. Don't step on it, but just put pressure on it to trigger it again.
Yeah, here I have a.
Try to deactivate the trap.
Well, we want to get Pavel out before we do that, I think.
I have a hammer and some titans.
The
Try to
last
spike
time
it
you
open.
disabled the trap, I nearly got stuck in it.
Don't think I've disabled a trap.
Sigurd, can you help me try to open this thing?
Yeah, sure.
Yep. One of you two can make an athletics check at advantage to try and pry it open.
Go ahead, bro.
And you try to get a bit of leverage with the pythons and whatnot, and it ain't opening.
Shoot, I've got a great athletics. I should have tried.
There, I'll hand you a crowbar.
You've both tried now, so you can't.
Oh, right, because right.
Try again.
Oh. Guess that's it for Pavel.
Hold on, Pavel. We'll get you out momentarily.
Alright, Pavel, down here it's dark. Just the light coming off your hair illuminates everything. Turalai sort of questions you. Why were you wasting your time down here, Pavel? Now we're stuck. What are we going to do?
Yeah.
Cut our way
Pavel,
out?
Well,
you're an idiot.
Can I use my thieves' tools to try to?
Make an
Disable the
investigation check, Dagger.
Okay. Not that good at that. Oh.
Alright, you wouldn't know where to start, what to disable, where to... You don't see any mechanisms here, it's just a smooth stone floor.
I will go down to get him.
If you're asking why, Charlie, I want to be in here, or why I'm decided to be in here, it's for investigation. I've been in.
Oh, so you meant to fall down here?
Well, no, it was an accident. But I've kind of analyzed Houster's way of thinking, or I know dwarves built this place, but still, kind of think it's Houster. And yeah, I just feel there's always unsuspecting things everywhere. Like that one time in the broom closet where I tried to rip off the hooks. It's just, I feel like there's secrets everywhere.
I don't want to know what you tried to rip off in a blue room closet by yourself, Pavel. Please. Don't start getting weird on me now.
I'm not.
I'll jump on the trapdoor lid.
All right, you're going to fall.
I know. I'm bracing myself for it.
Well, I mean, can we not just put pressure on it, like I said before?
We tried that.
No, nobody specifically. You tried to lift it.
All right. Well, putting pressure on the side of it doesn't work anyway.
Okay.
I'll just go ahead and just step on it.
All right. When you step into the middle part of it, that's when it comes away, and Zigid, it snaps open, and you fall.
Yep.
I'll try to spike it open.
You take 6 bludgeoning damage.
Sure.
All right, Brew, you can, you can spike it and keep it open. You don't need any ability check. And Zigid, you land down quite hard on your back, and it's kind of a bit dank down here. Pavel's talking to himself and has this weird look in his eye. And as you look up,
really not.
Pavel, as you see Zigid, he's staring at you strangely. He's like there's something on your face. But Zigid, you're not staring at Pavel. You're looking at the stone button that's behind him. That's prodding out of the wall.
Oh, hey Pavel, move.
Wait, what do you mean? Okay, I'm gonna move over.
I'll yell up to the people up top. I found a button down here.
Well,
I'm gonna open it.
Press it.
I'll press
I
it.
knew it. I knew it.
A bit of stone just very quickly recedes at the top of this hallway, and another passage is revealed above.
Oh. So somebody had to fall in the pit regardless. Interesting.
If Pavel wasn't blind, we could have found it.
I am blind. 11 perception sucks.
Can we get us out of here, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here, I'll jump over and then drop a rope on the other.
Okay.
Do you mind tossing a rope over here as well?
Yeah. I'll I'll tie an end off to the spike and then jump on. Drop a rope down here. I'm carrying three silk ropes and one hemp rope, and I'm only using one as a belt, so I don't have to take my pants off yet.
All right, so
Thank
you
God.
drop a rope down for Ziggy and Pavel, and Ziggy and Pavel, you guys can both get over to the other side.
Okay,
Sweet.
cool.
See, Caroline, I told you, the house is weird like this, or dwarves are weird like this. They just make weird stuff everywhere, and there's secrets everywhere.
And again, you need at least 11 strength to clear this pit. Skella sort of gets up, and you can see her like taking a couple of these plaques off the wall. She puts one down. Oh, bloody look at that! Wait for me! And she comes running, and she clears the pit with ease. Oh my!
I don't know. I don't think I have a rope.
I have rope.
Well, I left one on the other side. There's one on the tied off.
So it's like stretched
Tied off to
across
where?
or like down.
It's like it's stretched across right now. I could let it drop. This end drop down.
No, if you're stretched across, I'll like military crawl it across.
So you're holding one side, and the spike is tied like that.
Yeah.
All right, you can make an acrobatics check to try, or an athletics to try and crawl across. It's not very difficult. 13 is enough. Nox gets across.
Look, knowing my record, I could have easily failed that.
Dagger easily goes across. Uses her rapier as like a
Zip line.
zip line. Yes, that's the one.
I knew that's
And
what you were looking for.
Roll, and you just awkwardly climb across as well. Use your
But no one
Use your whole-
sees that because I'm invisible.
True.
Roland uses his horns to zip line across.
Ooh, but they're so tiny. They're not gonna hang
very
on.
difficult. They're
That's
pretty
metal.
small.
That's
Okay,
metal.
so it looks like we've got some pedestals in here.
Can I try to yank
Statues.
this rope?
Oh, they
try
are
to-
statues.
You want to try and pull that python out of the wall?
Yeah.
Right, make an
No, we'll
athletics
need it to
check.
get back across, right?
It does not
I'll
budge.
jump across. All right. I'll just leave it.
Hammer it in too tight.
I'll take my other rope back and cut this one off. Leave 15 feet of it.
Bro, we don't
Bro.
know if we can actually get by.
We'll need that to get back across.
Okay.
You say that after Bruce just cut it and drops it.
No, I tried to say it before he got it.
Well, I left 15 feet, so there would still be part on this end, on this side.
Okay.
But that doesn't help us.
So don't worry, I'll jump.
So
across.
these
We can
statues.
spike it off.
Yeah, these statues. What about them?
All right. Coming into this room,
Just hear this disembodied voice berating you.
past this interstitial hall, you come into a statuary. There are 4 9-foot tall statues here of imperious dwarves, and they depict the dwarven deities that you'd spotted in the other defended room. There is Moradin, the god of creation. Baranor True Silver, god of hearth and home. Langedon Silverbeard, god of battle. And Marthamor Duin, god of exploration. Each one a dwarven god. And hanging on the south wall, there is tapestry. And it depicts a king, the same kingly dwarf that you'd seen depicted in statuary and the other tapestry. Must be King Malair, king of the Malecan dwarves. He wields an adamantine war pick in his hand, and he's battling a purple worm one-on-one. Tapestry is mouldy and frayed, probably fall apart if touched.
I mean, to be fair, this guy was kind of a badass.
Everybody, roll me a 1d20 now.
I don't want to.
Interesting.
I
Oh,
don't want to.
No.
2 nat 1s. Okay.
You know, I don't know if this is gonna be good or bad. I don't know if luck's used. I get
Yeah.
luck on a long rest. I don't care. I'm using luck.
This is not something you can re-roll. It's not an ability check,
Just a-
bro.
It's just a table. roll, probably.
Damn. Got it.
Skella looks around. Do you hear that? Do you hear that?
No.
Nope.
I hear something.
Do we
but
hear that?
I've been congratulated for making it this far. I've been offered the power to reveal the way to King Malaire's true tomb. All I have to do is, and she takes out her warhammer, smash this statue.
I don't think
Whoa!
that's a good
Stop it,
idea.
stop it, stop it.
You will deny this of me?
We do not know this disembodied voice you speak of. It is not something we can understand. You understand, mon ami?
It is telling me that it would grant me power. It's a god that you don't deserve to be privy to, obviously. If none of you can hear it, it's because I was chosen because of my dwarven lineage. Now, I have the right to smash each and every one of these damn statues, and I will do so if it will reveal the true king, so I can get to the heart of the mountain.
There's so many things about this that does not make me happy.
You're not the boss of me.
mostly-
Are you going to stop me, boy?
Well, I can, but I don't want to.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. Scale
I'm
face.
pretty sure we all could.
Alright,
Let's not argue right now.
Make an intimidation check, Nox and Zigid.
Nice.
Alright, she sees some of the scales in your eyes glow. Nox, and Zigid's there just like picking his nose.
I'm an idiot.
Very well then. Let's not resort to any undue violence. Alright. Well, I'm gonna give you a chance to try and find the true tomb of King Malaire. She crosses her arms and leans up against this wall. And if you can't solve it, then we're going with my way.
Fair enough. Dagger, if she moves, stab her in the leg.
I'm going to start making a careful search of the room.
Okay, make a perception check. She also glares at you, Nox.
I am invisible.
That's why I just said it out loud. I'm going to use my last charge of the Wand of Secrets
There you go.
for the day.
Okay. There is a secret door. Sort of. The Wand of Secrets behaves a little bit strange. Not your typical illumination of a secret door. But you get some sort of feeling about this wall. It's not a clear reading from the Wand of Secrets.
So then I'll go waste my 23 perception on that wall.
Alright, when you take a look at the wall, Zigid, you don't really notice anything about it that really stands out as anything special.
I'll move the tapestries aside.
Alright, the tapestries, you can pretty much just tear them off. They're that frayed and old. And beyond the tapestries is just a flat stone wall. I need
Yeah, I know
everyone to
there's
roll me another
probably-
d20.
Got
Sorry to
it.
interrupt you there, Roland.
I know there's probably not going to be anything there anyway, so it's not that big a deal. Is there any
That's-
brass instruments laying around that go with the
No
mouthpiece that I found
instruments.
earlier? Okay.
No instruments. Nox.
How about,
You hear a voice in your head. Congratulations. You have made it close now to the true tomb of King Malaire. And I'm offering you to win this prize. I have the knowledge and I have the power to reveal the way to King Malaire's true tomb. And I promise you, it will be gifted to you. If you can release me from my captive state, for I have been trapped within this statue for the longest time.
Oh, what is your name?
My name is not important to you, nor do I wish to share it with you. I am offering you a trade, a simple deal. Free me, and you'll have what you want. No strings attached.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do believe I know what she was speaking of now. Apparently, the disembodied voice is a trapped figure inside of a statue.
I'm in the statue
Which,
to the southeast corner of this room.
the
dwarven
this
one.
statue just I can point at it. And
Yes.
apparently, to
I'm in a stasis, trapped within it. Break the statue or topple it, and I shall be free. And then I will use my powers to reveal the true tomb of King Malair.
Okay. Hold your horses. You've been in there a long time. I get that. You can be in there another 2 minutes while I explain what's going on. Geez, some people just no je ne sais quoi. Now, you know how this. He wants free. A deal that's probably going to bite us in the ass. But do we care?
Nah.
Yes.
I mean, if it's
I'm tired of making deals with people who are just going to backstab us.
so, we let it out, and if it doesn't do what we want, we kill it. I'm okay with that. I have an idea that it's probably something pretty evil that's been trapped in there.
I want to just walk around, just search the walls over here.
Alright, well, Ziggy's already taken a very good look of everything, and Nox used the Wand of
Okay.
Secrets.
So Tiralai did not like cut through it like butter, or
No, just bounced straight off that wall there.
I was gonna say Dagger would be able to see through it too
Huh.
if it was something.
Dagger has blind sight.
Oh, blind
Just
sight,
means
that's what
she
you
can like close her eyes and perceive her surrounding.
said.
So
Well,
we
let's-
destroying the statue. What are we doing?
Alright.
Do
Yeah,
we-
Everyone, bar Nox, roll another d20 now. Brew, you, man,
Huh?
I'm offering you congratulations. First, I would like to say congratulations. You are today's winner.
Huh?
I have selected you
Here we go.
to win this prize, the prize of being revealed to you the way to King Malair's true tomb. For I have the power and the means necessary, and the knowledge to reveal the tomb. All you have to do is topple this statue in the southeast corner of the room, and I will be free. When I am freed, I will reveal to you the true tomb.
Yeah, okay. Hey, you guys, check this out. And I'll go knock it over.
Nice.
no!
And I'm also an
I
African.
won!
I'm also
I
an
won!
African prince who went bankrupt, but you have one.
You guys, I won.
I'm the Prince of
Did he?
Nigeria.
Can I?
$65 million
I'm a Nigerian prince.
account. Just so you know the dirty number.
Can I stop him?
It's up to you. You guys can figure it out. I'm not sure if you could actually stop Brew.
I can try.
Do you want to grapple?
I mean,
Pavel,
why don't we
Pavel?
just
We tried
destroy
to
the
grapple?
thing? And
I think Bruce on to the right.
Yeah, I'll just get thrown, but I might as well try.
All right. You can resolve it with athletics check or just. You just bounce off Brew, Pavel, and Brew. If you want to try and topple the statue, you can make an athletics check. You're trying to topple it, Brew, but you're not strong enough.
Huh. The statue
Very
was
heavy.
wrong.
I'll move over and help him.
You can make an athletics check, and
Please.
Skella gets up and like draws her warhammer. Oh, what's this now? So now we've just decided to go with my idea? Well, I should be the one that gets to smash it. Yeah, Ziggy just a little bit tired.
Turlai. I pull out Turlai real quick and I tell me if there's anything in this room, like any doors. I know she has true sight, so yeah. Again.
I don't see anything. Just the wall made of stone.
I'm gonna clutch.
But I do not have a good feeling about the entity within that statue. Do you not think it was trapped for a reason, Pavel?
Same. That's what I'm trying to tell my friends, and I tell them outside. Like even Turlai has a bad feeling about that statue.
Yeah, your talking sword has a bad feeling about the statue.
Pavel, they're not going to listen to your sword.
Hopefully, they can listen to at least what I'm trying to tell them.
Oh, hey,
I also have a bad feeling.
Brew has adamantine hand axes. Here, why don't I just use one of these?
As you guys are talking, Skella's just hit the statue repeatedly with her
that's just probably
psychically
destroyed it
attuned
already.
hammer. And she hits it a couple of times, and it starts to crack.
Nox's pearl clutching.
And there is like a hiss. And a black mist starts to seep out of the cracks of the statue and coalesce into a creature in the middle of the room. Yeah! And forming in the center of the room is a large demon. It has a bit of an amberish hue to its skin, and it's 12 foot tall. It has like a mantle of spikes jutting out from its shoulders and 4 arms. 2 of its arms look like regular humanoid arms with golden bangles wrapped around them, but the other 2 arms are mighty and end in pincers. It has jet black horns jutting from the back of its head and sharp teeth. Demonic looking clawed feet. And
It was a Type 4 demon in 2nd edition.
it is
You guys
still a
wanna
type
talk
4
to it?
demon. And
Talk to it.
it
Yeah,
then
it told us.
speaks, but only Roland can understand it, or anyone it speaks in Abyssal. If you speak Abyssal, you can also understand it. Yeah, so it feels so good to be free. Thank you. Do not be alarmed. I am a keeper of my word. And he points a clawed hand at the wall and casts a spell magic. Immediately, the wall just vanishes.
Whoa.
Ah, well.
There it is! Beyond the false wall is the true tomb of the king. Plunder its riches, for they're yours, you have earned them. Oh my.
So.
Don't touch anything.
How did you get trapped in a statue like that?
I care not for further parley.
Be off with you then, demon.
I have unfinished business that I must attend to here. But go on! It's yours for the taking! There is a secret door in that corner. Use it to gain access.
I throw a ball bearing into the room.
Just know that if you get in our way, we will kill you later.
Hey!
Letting you know.
Hey! He puts all 4 arms up. I'm not planning to get in your way.
I'm just telling you.
He extends one of his humanoid hands in like a palm, open palm gesture. I guess.
Touch. Don't take anything.
I don't care about material possessions. I'm just so glad to be free.
Don't take anything.
I'm going to.
Don't touch anything.
I'm going to use subtle spell and cast banishment on him.
Oh!
All right.
Well, that might start us off.
He makes a charisma check with advantage, and he's it's subtle,
no.
right?
Yep.
So no verbal?
No verbal or somatic components.
No material components. We'll see what happens. We won't need to roll initiative. Even though we can see you pull out a holy symbol, you don't like look at him or give any telltale signs that you've cast a spell at him. Well, not a holy symbol, an arcane focus, and he gets a 26, and he realizes something was up. Oh! Smash it! Smash it! It's trying to run! And he goes into a furious rage, and he starts grabbing his pincers in his fists, and he grabs his pincers onto the dwarven statue and uses his fists to box it and pummel it until it's just nothing but a pile of rubble.
Feel better.
The magic that trapped me in there! I felt it! I felt it! And Nox, you'll need to make a deception check. To keep a poker face.
Nice.
Around all of you.
I'm going to move in here and look for the secret door.
And now that he's pointed it out to you guys, it's quite obvious. And there's actually just a small sort of stone that's sticking out like a button. And
I'll push it.
immediately,
Don't touch
very
anything.
slowly, the stone wall just begins to slide down flush into the floor.
And for the second time today, Roland says, "Now that is a tomb of the king."
Alright, as you guys do this, the Glabbery grabs this statue. And he tries to topple it. And he doesn't quite topple it. He almost does, and then he just starts hitting it with his pincers and claws, and he smashes it.
Oh shit! There's
Another
more
black
trap.
mist escapes, and
What?
another creature escapes.
I'm just gonna twin I can't. Fuck.
He just looks over at you all. I promised to free my buddies, and that's what I'm gonna do. You mind your business, and I'll mind mine. And you see this other Hezrao demon. Sort of reminds you guys of a slud. This bulky, sort of amphibian-like, spiked
I don't
ninja
think.
turtle.
Battletoad.
Shall we?
This doesn't seem right.
You want to holy sword me?
Really?
Roland. Walking over to Ziggurat.
Glabrezu hasn't done anything hostile towards you guys. He's not attacking, but you can tell if you try to attack him, he's not going to hesitate to attack back.
I don't know that we should.
Demon.
They didn't have the power to contact you from the stasis. Only I do. And they'll do what I say because I am the dominant one. What's the matter? You freed me, and I'm freeing my buddies. And you're telling me none of you would do the same?
Well, we
Yeah.
would. It's just that
Yeah.
you must know that demons aren't necessarily known for being, well,
Nice.
good.
Are you saying that to him?
Yeah.
What do you think we're all the same then?
Well, that's why I said typically.
Well, I ain't no typical. How many demons have you freed from statues, boy?
Well,
Hey,
No,
you're starting to
it's a
piss
pity.
me off.
Well, there's no need for this now.
Tell me there's no need for.
You remind me of a man from Goldenfield.
Remind me of my wife.
So you have 2 more bodies, I'm assuming, in these other 2 statues.
Yeah.
If you don't
Can I
mind
insight check
asking, what did you do to get imprisoned like that to begin with?
I ain't gotta explain myself to you, elf.
Well, I'm not an elf, for one.
Now I've given you what you want. Go on. Why don't you take it?
Do not touch anything in the tomb.
He crosses all
Why
4
not,
arms.
Dagger?
Well, hurry up then.
Come.
Take what you want and then get out of here so I can do my job if I offend you so rightly slow.
Well, what are you going to do after you free your demon buddies? Are you going to go back to the abyss?
I just want to get home. That's all I want to do.
To the abyss.
We all want to get home.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
I definitely don't want to wreak havoc on this level and smash everything in sight. That's for sure, if that's what you're insinuating.
Oh, I'm gonna incite that because he just told me straight out what he's about to do.
Yeah, you feel like these demons don't have the best intentions. You feel like they're just hell-bent on destruction.
Come on, let's take him out.
I turn to Nox. I just don't feel good about letting him just run wild. I don't think
You really want to do this, boy?
Well, while Roland's talking to me, I'm also doing it. I'm trying to banish him again subtly.
All right. This time, when you pull out your orb, Nox, he sees that as a threat, and before you get the spell off, they try to preemptive strike you. And we're in initiative.
Nice.
Can a raid bonus action? And attempt to grapple.
I rolled a nat 1. Damn it.
Get your filthy hands off me, walrus man! You grapple him.
Grr. Drag him north a little.
You grab onto one of his humanoid arms.
And attempt
to knock him prone.
Yeah.
And you knock him to the ground prone.
Cool. And I'll kind of
Gives him the old power bomb.
turn my butt at this other demon and just be like, smell that.
I want to fart on you.
The Hezral rubs his hands together in delight. And
Oh god.
as you move there, Brew, there is like, even for you, it's a bit of a foul stench coming off this Hezral.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
since
I know. That's saying something.
That's really.
Alright, Nox.
Since I'm not trying to be subtle anymore, I will just cast Banishment at 5th level and try to banish both of them.
Hey, both demons make a wisdom saving throw, charisma save, sorry. And both of them have magic resistance, so they both have advantage. First, the Glabrizu gets a 25. And the Hezral gets a 21.
Damn it!
It's just a good roll.
Hezral, you felt like
Good
it
try,
was
good try.
banishable, but the Glabrizu felt extremely hard, as the magic is just sort of brushed away.
Alright, I will then
Nox, can I make a suggestion? Move to guard one of the statues so they don't break any more of their buddies out.
Well, that's almost a given. But yes.
Maybe roll and take the other one, or Pavel take the other statue.
Oh no. Careful, bro. He's gonna eat your ass.
Do you quickening a firebolt, Nox?
At the Grub Zizu.
All right, that is a miss. Disadvantage. Sigurd.
We'll move in there and take a couple swings.
All right, you have advantage because he's prone.
Yep.
And that hits. Alright, as you slash him, the fire does not seem very effective. It sort of crackles a little bit, but the blade definitely hurts him. He's incredibly tough, though. It's barely notices that attack.
Oof.
You swing again and you hit him. And a hefty blow, but still he's not too injured yet. A couple of minor scrapes.
Right. And in turn, where's that?
Dagger.
Try to stab.
That is a hit. You pierce the rapier straight into the Glabrizu's neck, and as you pull the rapier out, a big fountain of ichor starts spraying out of his neck, and he uses one of his humanoid hands to sort of grab it from bleeding. Ah!
Don't threaten my friends.
Glabrizu yells to the Hezro, "You there! Get the others!" And the Glabrizu nods, and he starts running from the other statues. And he's going to provoke from Brew. And he's going to take the dash action. And he's going to just 50. He just squeezes by you, Nox. I managed to get over here. Provokes from Brew, Pavel, Roland.
Rolling a weapon out.
You hit him with the shield as he goes by, and he is resistant to your attack. He gets slightly injured. Pavel, you do an unarmed strike.
I'm pistol whipping him.
Oh, pistol whip. All right, it hits him. It does 1d4 plus strength.
Sweet. +3.
Alright, you hit him with the pistol and it just bruises him slightly. And he ends his turn there, having taken the dash action. Skella just looks around at all of you. I've come too far for this to... Oh no, that was an accident.
Did he?
Yeah, I was like, what?
A lot of blood came off it.
That was definitely an accident. Alright,
good lord.
Skella just looks around. I've come too far for this. And she runs for the tomb, taking the dash action.
Gonna have to kill her too.
Why?
She's happy to see you die. Pavel.
She's not helping, and she's gonna go loot.
Pavel says, as he sees her run, and you see him like scowl on his face in anger, and yells, "If you so dare touch that tomb, I will kill you." Intimidate. Can you roll intimidation check?
Yeah, you can use your action to intimidate her.
Damn. Yeah, I'll do it. I'm not that good, but...
She just sort of nods. You don't understand. I've come a long way and I've sacrificed too much. I have to get the hand. Get off of me! And the Glabrizu casts a spell.
Counterspell.
Nice.
You, let me just check one thing. Acquiring no material components. Yeah, he whispers an incantation. And you need to make a charisma check. Knocks the force from this spell begins to overwhelm you. It's extremely powerful.
A charisma check or save?
Check. Ability check. DC is 10 plus the spell's level.
Yee.
Brew.
No.
It hits you with power word stun. And you are stunned.
Whoa.
No saving throw.
That's a big spell.
8th level
That is
spell.
a huge.
Speaks a word of power that overwhelms your mind, leaving you dumbfounded. If you have 150 hit points or fewer, you're stunned.
No, I'm close, but
And you can make a con save at the end of a turn to get out of that stunning effect. You release him from the grapple because you're incapacitated. And he uses half his movement to stand up. He roars. And he's going to move, squeezing here 10, 15, 20. Provoking from Pavel. And then he's going to provoke from Sigurd and Roland and move over to this statue.
I don't.
You provoke for me too.
Provoked from Dagger, Sigurd, Roland, and Pavel. Pavel, you hit him with the pistol whip. And Dagger, you hit as well with the rapier.
Six damage.
Alright, you stab him good, Dagger. The blade just hits him in one of his vital organs. And Pavel, your pistol whip does a little bit. And Sigurd, you miss with a 13. And then he roars, he beats his hands on his chest as both demons move in to topple the statues. We'll end the session here.
Oh.
Damn, this one didn't do good.
Oh, right before Roland gets his.
You want to
little
give Roland?
turn.
Come on, give Roland his share.
Alright, we'll end it
Fireball?
at the end of the turn. Round, I mean. Alright, Roland, you're up.
Yay.
Okay, so I'll try to make this quick. I'm trying to remember.
I was just trying to end it at the most climatic possible.
Yeah, I understand.
Not that you're not climatic,
Can-
Roland. You're climatic.
Well, I mean, I rolled a nat 1 on initiative. I kind of understand. I will. Well, first I'll bonus action. Bonus action do that and get everybody, all of my party members, and I'll ask. Oh, Nox already used this reaction. Shit.
Yeah, you're the only. No one can move. Everyone's used their reaction. So 11, 10 hit points for.
Well, I guess the 10 hit points will still. Well, damn, nobody's really even got hit either.
But we
Okay.
will.
So, quick question: how tall is this particular room?
The ceiling, it's I'll double check. I'm pretty sure it's a 10-foot tall room as well. Yeah, it's like a very low 10-foot high ceiling.
All
Low
right.
for a tomb.
Let me check one last thing on this spell. Okay. I'm going to start playing basically a solo on the guitar. Sounds real metal. And I'm going to cast Wall of Force.
Right.
And I want to... Basically, I'm trying to do that.
Damn.
Draw
Nice.
it on where you want to put it.
Okay.
10-foot panels, so one panel would go from floor to ceiling.
Yep. So...
or like end the session as you're casting it, and then you can think about it.
that might not be a bad idea. But we'll let him free his buddy because I don't know how many panels I'm really gonna be able to get out of this. But I was kind of wanting to do like that, and it'll push Nox back toward us. And then across here, so it traps Skella as well.
10, 20, 30. And then you'll need another one, so 40. And then 50, 60, 70. We've still got 3 panels left.
Sure, you don't want to put it between him and that
Yeah,
one?
I'll try to squeeze. I can't get that guy out of that square, unfortunately, but I'll try to get another one.
All right. So if the wall bisects, what is it? Someone square cut through their space. They're pushed to one
Why
side.
don't you leave this one out so we can get to him and kill him because he's already hurt? You know what I mean?
Or we could get to her.
You do you, Roland. You've got
Yeah.
10, 20. That'll be
so
all your panels.
So the you can cast magic through it, right?
I don't
It's
believe
total
so.
cover. Counts as total cover. You could only do like a sacred flame through it, pretty much. Or you could no spell will go through it. You could Misty Step through it because Misty Step you're casting it on yourself. But yeah, and I presume you're trying to not pass through that Hezrael square, right? You're trying to trap him in there.
Yeah.
Right, Nox, you'll go back there, and this will have to be extended out a bit. Okay. Right, you effectively trap the creatures in those spaces.
So I'm doing this so we have enough time to come up with a good plan to.
Well, we can buff as best.
Fair
we
enough.
can.
Yeah.
And
Bum bum bum.
let me see. I think we'll probably be able to break initiative because I do not believe that they have a way to get out. The spell magic doesn't work.
They don't have
Yes, it does.
teleport.
Doesn't
No,
work.
not on a wall of force.
They're not
you
going to
disintegrate.
They're not going to teleport out, and they're not going to be able to dispel it. So, yeah, you guys have 10 minutes of playtime. I'll break initiative,
Cool.
and we'll just end the session here.
Yeah.
Cool. That was a lot of fun.
This is climatic too.
Yeah,
This is
That
anticlimactic.
was good. No, it's gives you guys time to come up with some plan. Alrighty.
Everybody in the United States have a happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Turkey Day.
Too.
Have a
Happy
great day, guys.
Thanksgiving, guys.
Right on.
Yeah.
Thanks,
thank
you
you.
guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Catch you all next